We have the one, the only, one of the most controversial trolls on YouTube. And I mean that, and I say that with respect as a troll myself. You know, that's why I have to give you respect, because I guess he goes after people and I do the same thing. So really, I just kind of want to get your motivation. I'm excited to have you on the show. So thank you for coming on the show, Jesse. Welcome to the castle.
Damn, Alex Stein, my nigga.
Alex, you're probably a goon.
I'm a goon. You're 1,000%. I'm a low.
I was excited to have him on tonight's program.
I thought you were trolling me at one point.
However, last minute, Alex Stein backed out.
I don't even care. I don't even give a shit.
Okay.
You're joking, you're trolling me. I could give two fucks. And I trolled him and said I was going to go on a show, and I was never going to go on a show because he's a loser.
You're like this 80s Jewish lawyer character, like from a comedy movie.
Why don't you see somebody on Fiverr?
You're like a tertiary character that Jeff Goldblum plays.
Yeah, because I'm a fake Jew. I'm not even Jewish, but yeah, I kind of Jew. So this is this guy, Jesse PS, has like no followers, and like that's all he tries to do is like, you know, cloud chase. This is another thing why I like you, Jesse, though. This is one thing, and I'm not kissing ass. Jesse PS is a piece of shit that we should encourage people like you. I wish more people were like yourself.
He says,
Dude, honestly, I'm just worried you're gonna troll me, so I don't want to come on.
He has like 10 fans, and
I had like 10.5 thousand subscribers. So I'm not big or nothing. No,
it's
it's
hard to get to 10,000, and I hope you actually make content about me. I would actually appreciate it. But what I'm saying
doing
is,
it right now.
because I'm well known now. He's like trying to use me for clout.
The man fears trolling.
Dude, I don't care about the trolling. I'm a troll.
How is that even possible? I mean, that's all you do all day is troll people.
Report it. Make sure to report everything that Jesse does. Report it right now. I want the army of reporters. But listen, at the end of the day, it is what it is. At the end of the day, it's
Okay, but at the beginning of the day,
But at the beginning of the day, you can punch and kill and do whatever you want.
there you go.
But at the end of the day, it is what it is. But at the end of the day, you know, you like them a little
And
bit.
listen, at the end of the day, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Jess! I knew you were going to mess me up. I know what it's like to be there, Jess. Good. One day you'll get an audience, I hope. I actually have a lot of insecurities, but I'm saying
I'm cold. Oh, sorry. Hi, everybody. Alex Stein. Turns out he's a goon. So if you had that one in the cards, then congratulations. You were right. Alex Stein, ladies and gentlemen, the death of trolling. Let's go bully the internet. This is Pod Awful.
Pod Awful sucks.
The dark future is here, get out of here. The internet is screwed from the space on the moon. Jesse bullies the goons. Pod Awful's watching you. Bada bing, bada boom, baby.
This has all been a trick. You have been trolled.
Welcome, everybody, to Pod Awful. I'm your host, Jesse P.S. Thank you so much for joining me. I know it's been a while, and I apologize. I have diseases. I have illnesses. You guys know this about me. I, of course, have non-Augustine Crowder-David's disease. I have another disease. The doctor told me about this. It's called cold. Not the common cold, just cold. I'm cold all the time. Actually, this fucking cardigan feels retarded. This is a retardigan, as a matter of fact. Jules, if you could just, thank you. And I also was just recently diagnosed, and this has been the problem for the past couple of weeks, why there's been no shows and all of this. I have esophageal cancer, so I want to apologize to you, the viewer, for my illness. That's what I have to do. I wasn't here for you for these free episodes and also the pizza funders. But forget them. It's all about you guys and what you need for freedom. I'll never pay. I'm so sorry. I was ill. It was my fault. I have cancer. This is a wig, and I want to apologize. So thank you, everybody. Welcome.
I'm Tom Gully, and you're watching Is This Live, the show on the Pod Awful TV network. PodAwful.pizza.
I got excited, very excited to see all of this.
Now, I'll say this. I am still sick, and I'm trying to suppress it right now the best I can because I've been sitting on this episode for a while. As you know, the last time that we were officially live here on YouTube, we had this amazing episode all about Minnie Manson and her connection to the Highland Park shooting. I'm not sure I should even say that because the episode was brought down. Somebody mysteriously reported it. We'll talk about that in a second, but that episode is now gone unless you go to podawful.com where you can watch it for free and we don't have to worry about YouTube deleting stuff. So podawful.com if you want to see that episode. And you may or may not know that Alex Stein was promoted as being a guest on that episode because Alex Stein, despite what he's saying now, 100% agreed to do the episode. And by the way, he is doing he's doing a mega cope tour of the internet, going around to every show online and going, I was trying to troll Jesse. No, it was actually I who was the king master troll.
I have autism. I can't help it.
Yeah, right. So obviously that's not the case. The guy sat there with me for hours planning like, okay, well, do you want to use Zoom? Do you want to use Discord? Here, friend me on this, send me this. We sent back and forth so many messages, but he did make me aware very early on that he was scared I was going to troll him. Well, I went back through H2BH, the show, through my appearance on Conspiracy Castle. I went back through that and I'm watching it, and I do recommend to watch, by the way. That's on our YouTube channel. Go check it out. I realized the whole time, I didn't notice this at the time, but in retrospect, he was bringing up over and over again that he was actually scared of me. He had to respect me because he feared me. And on top of that, there's this little thing he let slip. I'm not sure it made it into the intro there. There's this little thing he let slip where he says that the entire reason he brought me on the show was because if you speak to a person, it sort of disables them from being able to go after you. I can't remember the exact words he used. I'm paraphrasing here, but he said something along, it disarms them. That was the word. He said it disarms you. It's disarming to speak to the person. So this was all calculated on his part. He's trying to get this meteoric rise to fame, and he didn't want anybody standing in his way. And of course, on the way, Pod Awful showed up. Pod Awful showed up to his chat room. So what does he do? He makes me a moderator of his chat room because he was trolling me, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, that's just it. He's a master troll. What can I say? Anyway, so I do want to apologize if my energy levels are down at all, or if I sound a little funny or whatever. And also, any tech issues that happen right before the show, my mouse, I've got this very expensive, nice mouse where I have got all these buttons on it that I can program. And I've spent all this time programming this mouse so it works a certain way. And right before the show, out of nowhere, I've never seen this before. Nope, the buttons don't work no more. So I've been trying to make this work for the past 30 minutes properly. Nah, no thank you. So I'm going to have to stumble my way through this incredibly content intensive episode. I've got so many tabs open, so many videos to show you. So apologies in advance. We're usually much more professional than that around here, as Alex Stein noted over and over again in his effusive praise for the Pod Awful Dark Future program. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, be entertained. Thank you for joining me. This is the Alex Stein episode, and Alex Stein is absolutely, without question, and I know some people in the audience are going to be angry about this, but just reserve your judgment for just the next hour or two. He is a goon. All right, so we are live as we are whenever we're live at 8 p.m. Eastern time or later over at podawful.tv. I hope you guys watch on the website sometimes, podawful.tv. It's a really nice experience. You got the chat there right next to the video player on YouTube. And speaking of the chat, let's check in with the chat and see what they're saying in there. We haven't done this in a bit. A goon. I can't even scroll properly. Even this is how bad the mouse is. It's now scrolling the opposite directions. Imagine that. The entire show, I will be contending with up is down and down is up. It's completely backwards for me. And that's like the least of the issues going on right now. 100% goon, they're saying. Turn Alex Stein trans. I don't think that's even a difficult thing to do. I think we can easily do this. This man lives in fear. Alex Stein blows. Here's what shocked me about all of this. I legitimately liked Alex. I had some problems with him. I thought there were certain things about him that were certainly goony. I didn't realize just how much of a goon he was, though. I was blinded to it. And listen, there's lots of goons that I like that are friends of the show. I didn't have a problem with him until he canceled on doing the show last minute. And by the way, he could have even done that, and he could have gotten away with it, and it would have been fine, and we wouldn't be here right now if he hadn't told me that the reason he was doing it is because he's terrified of being trolled. Now, the biggest problem that comes from that is that the very next day, after his no-show appearance, is the day Alex Stein became the most famous he's ever been. Because it's the day that he harassed AOC. You guys know, the big booty Latina. So unfortunately, we're going to have to watch this video, despite the fact that you've already seen it, and despite the fact that many of you, and this is what shocked me, I had no idea just how many people were already over it. When it comes to Alex Stein, there are a lot of people who were ready for Alex to become a goon, who have been coming to me. By the way, some people have been telling me this long ago, way before Porcelain, who Alex Stein, in my interview with him, Alex said,
I would love for Porcelain to do a documentary on me. Wipe out.
And I was like, yeah, of course you would. It would give you that means you've made it. That's why you want it. By the way, I say that fully knowing that means I'm saying Mersh made it and also Mogar. I don't know. But yeah, you want the heat. You want the clout, because what Alex has been accusing me of ever since we've turned him into a goon is clout chasing. But Alex's whole life is nothing but clout chasing. That's what he does. That's entirely the shtick. That's why he showed up in DC to do this.
AOC, my favorite big booty Latina. I love you, AOC. You're my favorite.
Porcelain hates Alex Stein.
She wants to kill babies, but she's still beautiful. You look very beautiful in that dress. You look very sexy. Look at that booty on AOC.
Now, by the way, I like what's happening here. This is the problem I have is I like the things he does. It's a little, the city council thing, it's been done to death before Alex ever got to it. And he has certainly fucking beaten that dead horse worse than Ethan Ralph. You know what I mean?
That's my favorite big booty Latina.
Now, she clearly thinks that he's an actual fan. And this is what's not being discussed, is she is excited about this.
I love
you. Want to do a little selfie? Hi.
My favorite AOC. Nice to meet you, AOC.
She doesn't even hear the big booty comments until a minute later.
Look how sexy she looks in that dress.
See, now she's hearing it.
Woo, I love it, AOC.
This is the equivalent of, trick-wise, prank-wise, comedy-wise. This is the equivalent of whispering under your breath that somebody is gay in front of them. Oh, you're gay? Oh, yeah, you're gay? Yeah, oh, yeah, you're gay. And they just keep talking. They don't realize you're saying it. You're not really getting them.
Hot, hot, hot like a tamale.
So what happened is her handler, after this, pulled her aside. You saw the handler try to stop her. The handler's like, no, don't go over there. While AOC's like, hi, selfies. I'm a Zoomer. I'm part of you. I'm one of you. Eee! And then her eyes expanded into infinity as they took over your screen. And then like Tetsuo from Akira, she just amalgamated with all the technology around her. And now there's a blob wandering around Washington, D.C., accusing everyone of raping it. So the handler's like, no, you weren't listening to him because you're a girl and you're vapid. He's saying that you're a big booty Latina. Don't go over there. And AOC just sees a camera and like a puppy dog to a bone, she goes over to it. So she's not really getting pranked. She is let in on the joke up those stairs. Nobody is calling this out, by the way. Like, nobody is saying, oh, she didn't even know. She didn't even know. And this is the problem that I had. The night before this, he says, I'm scared you're going to troll me. You go to the comments of this video. I don't even have to look. I'm not going to bother looking. You go to the comments of this video. You go to Instagram. You go to Twitter. I watched as this video was like within seconds of it being uploaded. I was watching this and I saw the comments. They're all saying, Alex Stein, master troll. This is where I take exception. This, whether you like it or not. And by the way, most of you, if you like it, it's because you have politics, which is a gayer disease than monkeypox, a thing you care about because you have the gay disease monkeypox. Yes, it is fun. Like, listen, all day long, it is funny to talk about monkeypox. I get it. It's a second AIDS for gay people. I mean, I don't believe in God, but I'm starting to wonder if maybe he was thinking, really? AIDS didn't do it? I told him in Leviticus, and they keep... What if I put blisters all over their mouths and penises? Because they keep... And by the way, this is real, urinating on each other. I didn't even know that was sexual when I made them do that. When I predestined the entire... God, by the way. When I predestined the entire world and thought up all of the actions that would happen ahead of time, because again, that's what Christians believe, and I made these guys gay, and I also had them urinate on each other, I must have been out of it. I was in a fugue state at that point. Oh, God. I mean, listen, maybe I was sleeping in the year 2022, but I exist in all time periods. I'm an infinite being. You got to cut me some slack every once in a while. I may be all knowing and all powerful, but that doesn't mean I'm always paying attention. Every once in a while, I'm AOC on the Capitol steps, and I'm just thinking you want to take a selfie with me. Oh, you've got some prayers? Oops, monkeypox. So I believe that if you are an enjoyer of this video, like a very serious enjoyer of it, if you're one of these people calling this a king troll, if you're one of the people inflating Alex's head even larger, you're probably one of these people that is into the dreaded gum disease politics. I'm not with you on that. Listen, that's fine. You need a personality. You need a hobby. You got to come up with something. Politics is your answer. Whatever. You don't like AOC. I get it. I don't like her either, by the way, but only because of her horsetoothness. It's nothing personal. I don't care. I don't even know what her ideas are. I assume she has none. She's a woman. Dismissed. Back to the parlor. So I don't care what her ideas are. Many of you do, so you immediately think this is funny. He could have gone up to her and gone pee pee poo poo, and you would have gone master troll. So I really don't take these people very seriously, but I know it goes to Alex's head. He thinks this is a troll. This is not a troll. No one was tricked. Let's say she heard what he said. She didn't, but let's say she did. Let's say that, and obviously she did respond after the fact. We all know the videos. I know the story. Don't think I'm missing any pieces here with what I'm saying. I know exactly what happened. Again, she was told after the fact, but let's say that she actually had the freak out on camera. Let's say she went up to his camera and went, you are a misogynist and you are transphobe. I know exactly who you are, Alex Stein. You should be banned from this earth. This is the reason we need to repeal the Second Amendment somehow. She said all of those things. You would still be wrong that he trolled her because no trick happened. There was no trick. It's silly. It's funny. It's funny to do this to such a famous person, to a lawmaker. That is very funny. I'll give you that. Not a troll. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is the death of trolling. The word is meaningless. And if you go back into early pod awful history, all right, 2014, 2015, I used to say prank. I used to call these things pranking. I used to say making fun of. We didn't use this word trolling. In fact, I was specifically against it. I stood fast and hard and long and full of semen against this word trolling for a very long time. I always said, please stop saying trolling. It reminded me of memes. I'm against memes. It seemed lazy to me, and I knew at a certain point, much like the word meme, by the way, it would be genericized into meaning anything. I mean, listen, you have to at least be, I don't know, candid camera to be trolling. Like, at least that level of tricking a person. There has to be a trick. There doesn't have to be a reveal. By the way, my favorite pranks are the ones where no one ever finds out anything even happened to them. They just think they experienced the most bizarre thing of their entire lives. Where is the trick here? Because this joke that he's pulling is the same joke that construction workers pull on Latinas all the time. Ask any Latina woman who's ever walked by a job site if she's been trolled before.
See, my favorite big booty Latina. I love you, AOC. You're my favorite. She wants to kill babies, but she's still beautiful. You look very beautiful in that.
See, it looks like she's paying attention. I know. You got to remember, and this will come up again. Women are never paying attention. She sees the camera.
Dress. You look very sexy.
Look, she heard a compliment about her dress. She's like, oh my God, thank you so much. A gay guy just complimented me on my dress. This is going to go viral on TikTok.
Look at that booty on AOC. That's my favorite big booty Latina.
I wanted to do a little selfie. Hi, you want to do a little selfie? Hi. Oh, I'm being trolled? Darn. AOC is less afraid of being trolled than Alex Stein, the king of trolls.
They're cyberbullying me to death.
Hot awful makes me do that.
Listen, it's just true. I mean, it's not a troll. That's it. So this is the death of trolling, and I've been sick of saying this word.
I love it. My favorite AOC. Nice to meet you, AOC. Look how sexy she looks in that dress.
I finally acquiesced. At a certain point, I went, listen, I'm an internet man. I'm extremely online. Another one of these phrases that people use that doesn't exist anymore. Everyone is now extremely online. You have the kahuna virus to thank for that. Everybody spends all day on the internet. It's sick. It's sad. You watch some people's Twitter feeds. It's all day, every day. So there's no more being extremely online. There's no more being an internet guy. There's no more of any of that. And I knew this day would come. I saw the dark future coming, and I tried to warn you, and I tried to stay good. I tried to stay steadfast against this. I tried not to use this term trolling, but I've used it. I am as guilty as anybody else. Absolutely. There's episodes with the word troll in it. Never again. Today is the day that the word troll dies. Today is the day. Not the action of it. It's just pranking. It's just making fun. It's just being a jerk. Okay? We don't call it trolling. We call it mayhem. It's the dear God chaos magic that we've come to know and love. And that's all I want to impress upon people when it comes to this thing. This happened the next day. My blood is boiling. I'm mad. I'm always mad when anyone cancels on me last minute. But then this whole trolling thing happens and I go, I knew it. I knew this trolling thing was dead. Now, some of you are still going to be unconvinced. You like Alex, whatever. Fine. Now is the time I need to tell you exactly why Alex Stein isn't just not a troll. He's terrified of trolls. He is a goon, okay? A lol cow, whatever you want to call it. Again, we probably shouldn't be using any of these internet terms. It's probably time for a new slate, a whole new vocabulary for all of this. But I know I'm going to have to do some convincing. So we're going to do a little bit of light convincing on you, and then we're going to do a deep dive into exactly how goony Alex has been. Now, it should have been a clue to me that Alex actually has AKAs like every other goon. He's prime time. He's 99. He's on the grind. He's Alex Stein. And he will not stop saying this right now. I think last night on a stream, he called himself this every single time someone addressed him, sometimes twice. A pimp on a blimp. Wow. That would be super funny if it was the year 2003 and I was in a frat and I was mentally retarded and I was in a frat and I was drunk and I was in a frat. But since none of those things have ever been true, except for the mentally retarded part, I only chuckled a little bit. So I thought the AKA should have warned me. That seemed obvious. I thought it should have been clear to me. You know, another feature of goons is they have tons of alt accounts, something that Alex Stein is now accusing me of using against him. Alex Stein, you may not realize this, has a lot of YouTube channels, more than you could possibly imagine. And I've only found a fraction of them, but I guarantee it means he has more. I have dealt with pedophile goons who have fewer alternate accounts online than Alex Stein. Okay? Try to rhyme that one while on the grind, 99. So this is interesting to me, though. Here's some more stuff. Alex Stein got this article about him. In the meantime, while we've had downtime, Alex had this article written about him in, what is this, D Magazine. And it says, Alex Stein, do not share is the name of the article. And there's actually some really interesting stuff in here. A lot of it just goes, see, I didn't know which way to scroll just then. A lot of it goes over stuff we already knew. It gets into the fact that he was a reality TV star, which we are going to talk about. This guy, for the past 15 years, I would say, has been trying so hard to become famous. I don't know of anybody who has been on more reality TV shows. They started making up new reality TV shows just to put Alex on them and then get canceled. So this is somebody who is desperate for the fame, another goon feature. But let's scroll down here to this. Where is it? Man, it's way down here. When he uploads a video of himself trolling a virtual town hall meeting, his digital background is typically a wood-paneled living room with a crystal chandelier, a baby grand piano, and a fire burning in a large fireplace. Stein's actual residence, which he gave us a peek at when I was on a show, I made him lift up his green screen. Because listen, whenever I interact with anyone, even people I like, I know one day this could all change. So I will sometimes plant a few seeds. It says Stein's actual residence is a bit less grand. Now, this is where it gets super interesting for me. Okay, I cannot tell you how many times a goon has tried to say something like this against me, claiming that this life is my life. And by the way, who's the goon who's usually doing that? I'll tell you.
Pot awful one. Pot awful one.
You'll see in a second that everything Mersh has ever accused Pot Awful of doing or being is something that Alex Stein is 100% guilty of. It's crazy. Stein's actual residence is a bit less grand. He lives in the upstairs unit of a duplex across the street from Highland Park High School. That's interesting. We'll come back to that later. The property is held by a trust that bears Stein's name. In the 1,300 square foot unit below him lives his father, Rhett Stein. Ladies and gentlemen, Alex Stein lives with his parents and is a trust fund kid. He's a rich kid. He has a trust fund and is a rich kid. His dad paid for him to go live in Louisiana. His dad paid for him to go live in Los Angeles when he was back trying to be on every TV show there is. Up until, by the way, just the other year, his dad pays for 2 businesses that Alex still runs, even though he is now getting famous, including, and this is real, he's a used car salesman. The guy who I just immediately pinged as being like a slimy car salesman guy is a joke, a Jewish car salesman. He actually sells used cars. He actually has a trust fund. He actually lives with his dad, Mersh. When are you going to call him out for being a trust fund baby?
They're cyberbullying me to death.
Humiliating, they say in the chat room. I'm shocked. That is insane. Bruh. Ha 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 ha. Go figure. Du hast. They're also saying, yeah, his dad's name is Stein. Ha ha ha, this is bad. Oh lordy, a trust fund goon. Now there's a reason Mersh doesn't say anything about the trust fund to Alex. One, maybe he didn't know. Maybe having a terrible green screen curtain behind you looks like you're not a rich kid, but he's a rich kid. Let me tell you something. Not only is he a rich kid, not only is he from a rich part of town, he is from the richest part of Dallas, Texas. Okay? I brought up while on his show that if he told me he's from old money, I'd believe him because he wears a suit and he has a certain way about him. And he wouldn't confirm it. He wouldn't say anything, but he had to kind of say, well, I am. And I just went, yeah, of course you are. Of course he is. He's, despite the fact that he is Jewish and also tries to hide it, which I find odd. I don't know why these people don't want to just be Jewish online. I don't know if it's part of the grift or what. Cut to me, Jules. I don't know why that is. No, to meet Jules. To me, cut to meet Jules. Cut to me, Jules. I don't know what it is about this particular aspect of a person they just don't want out there. But Alex doesn't want it out. He's Jewish. And every time I saw somebody bring it up to him before, I don't care that he's Jewish, but I'm not an anti-Semite, all right? Jews invented comedy. I couldn't even do this without Jewish people. I'm really not. I understand that Israel is our greatest ally and also murders Palestinian children. There's a dichotomy to everything. But I'm not really, I'm not Stormfront. I am trying to get on cozy.tv, though, so I will throw away all of those opinions if I need to, whatever you need. I got a lot of nationalist opinions, Nick Fuentes. Get my Cozy account up and running. Hurry up. What is taking so long with your volunteers? I don't get it. Anyway, I've heard people ask Alex before, are you Jewish? Many times they've said this to him, and every time he's denied it. And then I came on his show and I said, you remind me of a Jewish character. You remind me. Wow. Okay, there we go. I couldn't get something to scroll just now. I said to him, like, you remind me of this Jewish character. You remind me of Jeff Goldblum or whatever. And he had to say, like, okay, I'm not Jewish, but he is. And now it's gotten to the point where this article came out and it's forced Alex outside of the Hebrew closet. He's out. This article goes into incredible, crazy detail about Alex's family and life story, like bizarre stuff going on. Now, I want to be clear. I spoke to Alex and he told me about the death of his mother, and I used that as a springboard to make fun of Mersh's mom. I kind of referenced Alex's mom being made fun of for dying, and then made fun the next day. I started making fun of Mersh's mom for dying. Because I was going to try to weave those things together, but instead it ended up going a show me kitties route rather than an Alex Stein route. Hard to explain the whole inner workings of this, but I say all of that to say this. I don't want to go through the entire article and read you this article's worth a read. It's like, there's some fascinating stuff about his family members and like murder and craziness and all this stuff. It just doesn't belong here. And I don't want to make fun of his dead mom. Like, I did that to Mersh because Mersh is a scumbag who was treating somebody really, really horribly at the time. And I wanted to point out his obvious hypocrisies when it comes to this. Just like when I did the April Fool's Day prank to fool Ethan Ralph into thinking my brother had died, to show the hypocrisy he has when it comes to people making fun of his family. Alex Alex Stein has no problem with Ethan Ralph saying he wants to piss on my brother's grave. The only problem he has is me saying my brother has a grave. All right. It's a very odd place to draw a line, but I'm not actually horrible. I just like laughing at people in silly situations. And while I normally don't point out the hypocrisies of people, that's not my main thing. I like to get a little bit more granular than that. When it comes to Alex and when it comes to Ethan, when it comes to Mersh, it's probably just going to happen. That said, not my intention here. So I'm not going to read this whole article to you because I'm worried it'll get too much into his dead mom. And it's not funny. In fact, his mom died in a really, really sad way. And I actually feel bad for him. And I think, much like Kanye West's mother dying, it changed him forever and possibly for the worst.
I'm the king of all trolls. None of these people are known. And I'm like known, across the world.
There you go. That's Alex Stein. So I'm not really sure how to take all of that. I'm not really sure where to go with that aspect of it. I'm going to skip it for now, but I will read you this part. Rhett spoke. So his father, Rhett Stein, who again paid, you'll see. Rhett spoke to D in March. It was clear at that point that he had not watched most of his son's videos, neither his viral city council clips nor his guest appearances on media outlets. Rhett had a vague sense, though, that his son was garnering a lot of attention. He alluded to the fact that years ago, after graduating from LSU, Alex had driven to Los Angeles to pursue a career in comedy. Who do you think paid for that? Who do you think paid for LSU? Rhett asked whether Alex was putting himself in danger with his antics. For income, Alex appears to have dabbled in selling used cars with his dad, a successful, and this is real, bail bondsman. So the last episode of the show, last minute, I had to replace Alex with James Sorenstone, one of our listeners and goons of the show, James Sorenstone, where we found out that James is now a bounty hunter. Little did we know, Alex Stein, and this is 100% real, is actually a bounty hunter, and so is his dad. So we accidentally did the greatest parody of Alex Stein of all time. There you go. Henderson County approved bondsman, bail bonds by Alex. I don't know if this is still, this is an expired license for him. I don't know if he's still a licensed bail bondsman, but how fucking insane is this? Bail bonds, they're saying in the chat. Full circle. Shout out to James Bounty. So we've got the Mandalorian. We've got the Scam DeLorean, James Sorenstone. We've got Boba Fett, Alex Stein. Alex getting a little chunk. He's been buying women's suits lately so that they'll fit him properly around certain areas. I'm not exactly sure what's going on there. He doesn't like it if you call him fat. I know that much. At one point in my interview with him, he just out of nowhere went, "I'm fat." I called Mersh fat. And he goes, "I'm fat." Yeah! And I go, I don't know. You seem fine to me. Boba Fett, they're calling him now. So it turns out Alex is a bounty hunter, and but how many bounties do you think how many Han Solos and Carbonite do you think he's actually managed to nab? I think dad is just paying him. Rhett, 67, has operated his business out of Dallas for more than 40 years and probably comes from old money himself. According to associates contacted by D, Rhett has softened in recent years, but in the 80s, his life was complicated. There was a matter of a felony aggravated assault, and then just a couple of years later, a meth lab caused a fire in a house he owned. Okay, now I told you, there's an incredible story going on here. Alex is way more interesting beyond his fake trollings. The tenant, an employee of Rhett's, turned up dead the next day in a Balk Springs apartment. In a 1985 story about the fire, D said Rhett was Park City's born and bred, a high-profile wheeler dealer with friends in both high and low places. Blame it all on my roots. I showed up in boots. Rhett said in March that the incident... All right, let's skip this part because I want to read you the part that gets really interesting about Alex here. His dad says, Alex doesn't realize that publicity is not always the best thing, Rhett said, sounding more concerned than upset with his son. He's 36 years old. He's not going to listen to me. One of the people Rhett said was hurt by the 1985 article was his half-brother. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Again, I don't want to get too into the weeds. Over the years, she claimed the kids were unruly, blah, blah, blah. Something about throwing hamburgers. I actually got in trouble for throwing hamburgers at people one time. I got in a lot of serious trouble for doing that. That's weird. Something about putting people on God's hit list. These are all real things from this article. All right, you know what? I can just tell you what it is. It's in the article, so you can just fact check this if you don't believe me. At a certain point, Alex's dad and mom divorced. And what happened? And Alex has said this before on video. You can find him saying this. What happened at that point? Well, Alex's dad, at 10 years old, gave Alex his own credit card. Okay. Little Richie Rich, little Mr. Blank Check. He just gets his own credit card. And Alex, ever since then, has been... The reason he did it was Alex's dad didn't know how to cook. So he didn't know how to feed his child now that he was a single dad. So Alex has been subsisting off of a life of nothing but Taco Bell, McDonald's, Burger King, Sheetz, or Wawa or something ever since. He uses a credit card to buy fast food. And if you find some of his alt channels, you can find his mukbangs and reviews of fast food. He's absolutely addicted to it. Boba Fett cannot stop himself. It's really, really bad. Now, is he Mersh? No. But would he pull some bounty hunting enforcement shit in a McDonald's parking lot? Possibly.
I don't know what we're yelling about!
Support the show. Join the Pizza Fund. Podawful.pizza.
Pizza, pizza.
Podawful.pizza.
So Alex Stein is everything that many goons, Mersh, Royce, Dick Masterson, Ethan Ralph, Tom Gully, so many goons have accused me of being. He's a little Mr. Richie Rich. And let me tell you something, much like with Ryan Long, which, by the way, all of these people need to start taking the Ryan Long challenge. I can't wait for Ryan Long to take the Ryan Long challenge. Whenever you see these people who are just sort of all of a sudden out of nowhere pushed out in front of you, it's not an algorithm that does it. I mean, they're juicing an algorithm to make it happen, but don't you have those moments where you're suddenly like, why am I seeing this person 24/7? Why I don't like their stuff. They're not even that good. Why am I seeing this over and over and over again? It ain't just because they go viral. In fact, nowadays, going viral, it's not like 2008 YouTube where something legitimately people are just going, oh, let me share this, let me share this, let me share this. Always question when you see these people, because guaranteed there is someone behind the scenes making this happen. Wheeling and dealing is going on. All right. People are linking up behind the scenes to make this happen. They usually have a PR person or an agent. I guarantee you Ryan Long got some sort of agent, and then you started seeing Ryan Long videos every week. and going, what is this? Who is this? Why is this? I have no proof that that's what's going on with Alex Stein. There's no way I could possibly prove that. But I do have theories about Alex. And I think he's probably got somebody, some handlers behind the scenes. Now, I've got another theory about him too, and I think both of them are proven by this video right here. I've been watching this video. I've seen it a ton of times because you can't avoid Alex anymore. And every time I see it, I go, there's just something off about this. This is called Trolling Antifa Protesters, New York City. Alex did a comedy show in New York, and he got his own protesters to show up, which seemed a little fishy to me. It seemed odd. This is a few months ago, too. This wasn't after the AOC thing. Take a look. Ooh.
You guys are awesome. I love you. I love you. I love you.
And as you can see, they've all got these cardboard signs. There's an old woman standing right here. Let me throw this up on the big board for you guys so you can really, really take a look at this, because we're going to need to take a very close look at the details on this one. And watch this old woman. That old woman got her face. I don't know if you saw it, but her face was almost hit because Alex stole a sign from this person. Let's watch it one more time.
You guys are awesome. I love you. I love you. I love you.
You see, she just had to dodge like the Matrix an umbrella because Alex nearly hit her in the face.
This is your sign. Here, get this. This is what I think about their signs. Oh, so scary. Oh, I'm so scared. This is what I think about their signs, guys. This is crap.
These are great signs. Now, what Alex is doing here is a crime. You can't take people's shit and destroy it, even if it is a cardboard box that clearly, like, by the way, I have a feeling. All right, here's what I'm getting at with this one. If you were to zoom in on the shipping label on this cardboard box, it would say, to Alex Stein.
This is what they're doing. This is. Oh, we're so scared. Primetime 99.
When have you ever seen anyone get their shit taken from them? A protester, an Antifa, a masked individual, someone in a balaclava get their shit taken from them, and they just stand there and take it.
It's on the ground. These are whips.
It's never happened before this. And if you look at some of these signs, they're clearly written by the same people. Every single one of these signs, there's no poster board to be found. Somehow none of these people were able to go down to the Utrecht and get some arts and crafts. He's calling them arts and crafts Antifa, which somehow he already had that little insult prime time and ready to go. I don't know how he already had that. I mean, that's a killer name to have ready to go. And yet none of them are using arts and crafts supplies. They couldn't head on over to the Michaels and get a sign. Every single one of them is using a used Amazon box.
Look at this. You see this? You see this? You see this? Ah! Let's go, man.
And the guy just takes it. He's like, he just stole and destroyed another person's property. And the guy just was like, okay, thank you. Yes, sir. Whatever. Oh, I hate you. I hate you with all my being. I think you are literally evil on this earth, Alex Stein. But you want to rip up my shit? Okay.
Baby.
Now listen to this. It's and we'll see it again here in a second. Somebody right at the end of that clip goes, Alex, please, and ushers him away.
You see this? Ah! Let's go, baby.
Alex, please, you hear that? I don't know if you guys can hear it, but the guy, there's somebody in control of this situation, and they're seeing him destroy people's property, and they're like, uh-oh, we're about to have another Baked Alaska on our hands.
Look at this, my very own protesters.
Now, luckily, the difference is, with Baked Alaska, he ripped up a Hanukkah sign. That's a hate crime. But Alex, he brought his own Jewish friends to this protest. So it's just Jews, you know, hanging out doing Jewish stuff. They're allowed to do it to the, if a Jewish guy, you can put on a yarmulke, and if you can say your full Torah portion, you know, your bar mitzvah reading, then you're allowed to rip up a Hanukkah sign, I'm pretty sure. Baruch atah Adonai. Something like that, you know? Something? I don't know.
I'm a fag.
Primetime 99, I made it on the grind.
So look, that sign behind him there, the red one.
Protest
protesters. Primetime 99, I made
Alex Stein bullies. So look at that. Look at the handwriting on
it
that.
on the
Alex Stein bullies queer folks.
drive. This is all it took.
And then this sign right here, bigots aren't welcome. That's clearly the same handwriting, two different people holding two different signs.
Thank you guys for coming to the show. Thank y'all so much.
Some of these signs, the person just wrote along the top of it. Most of the signs are actually taken up, and this is not a joke, by the shipping labels. In fact, one guy is just holding up a cardboard box that has nothing but shipping labels on it. This is where it gets interesting, though. This sign is covered, I'm not joking, in Hebrew. This is, I mean, listen, when the rabbi stages, well, all right, I don't know if I can even say that.
Much. I really appreciate your support. We did it, guys. This is
Rarely, like, you ask the guys, my friends over at Cozy, you ask my good friend Baked Alaska to describe the signs of Antifa, and they would jokingly say, oh, I don't know, it's probably written in Hebrew. Here at the Alex Stein event, it's true.
This is a real show. It's Primetime 99. These are the VIP fans. This is how we grind and shine. This is how we win the culture war. You come around this way, bro. This is how
He's a simp on a blimp.
we do it, guys. This is when you know it's effective, when people will come out here and protest you. That's because these people love the establishment. We are the anti-establishment.
Anti-disestablishmentarianism. That's a big word.
We are the counterculture. These guys.
The counterculture. This is so gay and sick. Why do you even care? Why do you want to be the You know what the counterculture was? Being queer. Being a drag queen. Oh, you're the new drag queens? Cool. I'll just hang out here somewhere in the middle. Thanks. Bye.
Defend. They call me a fascist. They're the fascists. The definition of fascist.
Yeah, they're fascists. They're politely, and I hate protester. Like, don't get me wrong here. I'm not on the side of these people. I've just never seen a protest where they politely stand to the side, say nothing, don't block anyone's way, and don't try to stop it. This is what protesting is actually supposed to be. The only person being violent here is Alex Stein. He nearly hit an old woman in the face, and then he destroyed property.
It's a merger of corporation and state.
Jesse was a drag queen. Oh, you mean I'm the counterculture? Well, then I'm cool.
Hey, ho!
And you want to say that, but Alex is about to reveal that he's trans, so.
Prime time has got you go. Hey, hey! Ho, ho!
This is staged. I mean, how did these people know this was happening? Why did they care? There was probably 25 people in the audience. They're all standing outside right now. And by the way, there's no time. I've got so much stuff to show you guys. There is a video. Alex has a vlogging channel, and there's a video where hours before this happens, it's still bright daylight outside. Alex walks outside, and there's these two random people standing there. They're doing nothing. They have no signs. And he goes, "Are you guys here to protest me?" They're two of the people who are standing behind these signs, and they say no. And he says, "Oh, okay." And then they start challenging him on all of his ideals and ideas. And they clearly, I mean, it could not be more clear that somebody told them to be there and that to say liberal stuff at Alex. Who told him that? I don't know.
Hey, hey! Oh,
Yes, he vlogs.
ho! Prime time has got you go.
This is embarrassingly fake, they're saying.
Look at this. It's arts and craft time for Antifa tonight. I love it.
And they're in that vlog, there are photos of them showing up with their empty cardboard boxes to write these messages on it. So what? Who are these people? What is this group? Where did they organize this? I lived in New York City for 10 years doing comedy, going to comedy clubs. I have never, ever seen a protest outside of one, except for that one where the Proud Boys were there and Gavin McInnes tried to beat some people up. And that would make sense. Gavin McInnes founded Vice. He's super famous, and he invented the terrorist group, the Proud Boys. The people who don't know Pod Awful don't get this. They're going to tune into this and think that I'm like a lib. they have no idea. They're so mad. The politics people are going to be so mad. I don't care. Just to be clear, I don't give a shit at all what you believe. I probably lean closer toward you than I would them. But all I'm saying is I can see why protesters might show up outside of the Proud Boys event. I can't see it with Alex Stein. Not at this point. Maybe after the AOC thing. I could see it now, actually. And all the drag queen stuff. I mean, this is after the drag queen stuff. He asked him where. Oh, this is an interesting thing he says, actually.
I love it.
You sound stuffy and coughing, Jesse. Welcome to the show.
Where did y'all go to Joann's Fabrics and get the signs?
Where did you go? Joann's Fabrics? Those are clearly Amazon boxes. The only person who would say, where did you go, Joann's Fabrics, is the person who's trying to make it look like that they are using arts and crafts. You can see the shipping label. What are you talking about? Look, I'm covering it up right now. There's a shipping label right underneath me, right underneath the chat there. That's a shipping label. Joann's Fabrics. Oh, I didn't know they were selling used boxes. How much does that cost? $100? Okay, I would like it delivered, please. Oh, it has to go to the address on the shipping label? Well, all right. I guess send it to Alex Stein, and then he'll send it to me. Joann's Fabrics, which I don't think even exists in New York City.
Look at this. This is how you know you're winning. I love it. You buy boxes at Joann's Fabrics?
Oh, yeah, see? Actually, okay. So now we have a Meshuggah, Schlemiel Schlemazel, Hassan Pfeffer Incorporated trans person, a beautiful, brave, some brave trannery is coming up to Alex, a parody woman, if you will, is coming up to Alex, and she says, will you get boxes at Joann's Fabrics?
You know you're winning. I love it. You buy boxes at Joann's Fabrics?
And this is, I mean, listen, this would be a genius thing to do. If it is real, it would be a genius thing to do, though, wouldn't it? To stage your own protest outside your thing. That would look like, you would see that and go, damn, what's going on over there? Maybe I should go check out that comedy show. Or alternatively, you would go, I should go protest that comedy show. I hate ideas.
So are you? Is there a better deal? You don't buy boxes. But I want to say,
you don't buy boxes. So, ironically, the Jewish person there might be the one person who's actually protest. I'm not sure she's with the rest of them.
I love you all. I know you guys don't like me, but I love each and every one of you. Stink when you're not wearing socks with your fucking boxers in. I love you guys.
Now, all right, call me crazy on this one. This is where I'm going to get really and again, he's a conspiracy theorist. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get down to some conspiracy.
I have autism. I can't help it.
Bada bing, bada boom, baby.
All right, welcome to the Conspiracy Castle. Can you say, with this person who is clearly, was born male, all right, I think you're still allowed to say that, is wearing a bucket hat and a COVID mask, can you say for 100% certain, at this height with those eyes, can you say for sure that this person is not Alex Stein's good friend, million subscriber YouTuber, Cassidy Campbell? You may remember Cassidy as Alex's manservant at Ethan Ralph's bowling event. There's just, listen, maybe it's not. This is my most, tinfoil hat theory in this whole thing. There's something about it that reminds me of Cassidy Campbell.
When you're not wearing socks with your fucking boxers in.
There's one guy in chat super upset by this, by the way. There's like one guy in chat who just keeps saying like how Alex is actually a pimp, Jesse. Alex is actually my pimp. I love him and I'm here to protect him. Lighten up. All right. If he's the master of trolling, he should like what's happening here. I was on a show with him where he asked me to make fun of him. He told me to do this. Lighten up. All right. Let's just have some fun. Is this 100% for certain not Cassidy Campbell?
I love you guys.
With your moccasins.
They're boyfriends.
Look, 30 fucking feet. Wow.
And remember when they went to that bowling event, they were both dressed like liberals. Their whole thing was they're liberals and trans and all this stuff.
Live. I really appreciate this. You guys never feel, hey, I'm Alex Stein. Alex Stein 99 on Twitter. No, but seriously, look at this. I love drag, guys. I'm gender fluid.
See, he's gender fluid. So there you go. He's truly counterculture. He's a drag queen.
But for a little bit, I'm back on.
That's him. They're saying in the chat. They're just, yep, dude, that's clearly him. Dude, that's Cassidy. That's him. I mean, am I blowing this whole investigation out of the water or what?
But I'm just saying, I love you.
I heard that there's this guy called Titus Frost. I don't really know him that well. I think he tried to join the pizza fund once, and I had to kick him out. I refunded him his money and kicked him out because he's friends with Davey Crocco. But I think he actually likes Pod Awful. Somebody told me that he did an investigation on this and said the same thing. I didn't know that ahead of me already talking about this, but I would like to see his coverage of it. I wonder what he thinks.
You got the good vibration. I hate you. Okay.
I hope you choke on a dick.
I love you, though. I
hope you would choke on a trans girl's dick.
Wow.
I hope you choke on a trans girl's dick.
Trans girls dick. Yeah.
Wow. So this is the incredible thing. Comedians love pretending like they can own a heckler. Let me tell you what trolls really are, okay? And this is something that comedians need to start getting through their heads real fast. The new hecklers are the trolls online. Everybody that you claim is a troll and a bot and against you were hecklers, all right? All these comedians decided one day that they've got podcasts and they're internet guys. They came into our domain. They started doing what I do. I'm just here to heckle you. And every time I've seen a video online of a comedian handling a heckler, that was an epic own on a heckler. It's always like they know exactly what to say, even off the cuff. Comedians write down their jokes and they hate improv, but suddenly they're improv masters whenever the cameras are rolling and there's happens to be a very audible, mic'd up heckler in the audience. And then you see the real hecklers show up. People like me. Alex loses it. Wait till you see the footage we've got when I showed up to heckle. These are the most extreme form of hecklers there are. Assuming these are real protesters, a protest is heckling to the nth degree, emphasis on N. And she says to him, I hope you choke on a trans girl's dick. All right, kind of lame, kind of cringe. We should probably stop saying cringe as well. Death of cringe, death of trolling. Kind of hack, kind of cliche. Let's put it in stand-up terms. Kind of hack to say that, but fine. It's she got him because he had nothing to say to it. He didn't know what to respond with. He's about to go do stand-up comedy. What if they had paid for tickets to go inside? They wouldn't do that because they don't want to give money to the transphobe. They should have done that. I'm begging you. Again, I'm not on these people's side. I'm on the side of funny. And what's going on inside this comedy club ain't funny, and I'm going to prove it to you in just a minute. If you want to protest a comedian, buy a ticket. Become a heckler. Forget the sign. Go in there. Stand up and ruin their set. Now, normally I'm against this, but if they aren't funny, they deserve it. Force him on his heels. Make him work that improv bone, okay? It probably needs a workout. You can see here, Alex wasn't ready.
Wow, they don't choke on a trans girl's dick.
He just repeats it. That's nothing.
Wow, that's sweet, bro.
And it actually makes him so angry, he starts going and ripping up signs. Trans girl's dick. Wow. Say something funny. Say there's, are you telling me your dick is big enough to choke me? Are you really a lady? I don't know. I don't know what you say because I would never put myself in this situation. Alex wants this heat. He claims to want this smoke. He never has anything to say when he gets heckled.
I want you to live a long, prosperous life. That's what I want.
Oh, and he tries to take the high road, which is like, that's gayer than being trans.
And I hope you die.
That's what they want me to do, Jeff.
Shonda for the Goyim. Wow.
A Shonda for the Goyim. Now watch what he does here.
Shonda for the Goyim.
I don't even know what that quite means, but I know.
Yes, you do. Because Alex has been lying to everybody, saying he's not Jewish. His grandfather is Jewish. His father is Jewish. That makes you Jewish. I don't care. Jews love to tell you it's based on the mom, whether or not the... No. You're still ethnically Jewish if anyone in your family is Jewish. And I guarantee you, I know what a Shonda for a Goyim means. I know what both of those words mean. I've lived in this earth long enough to have heard those things before. And I'm not Jewish. How do you not know Alex Stein? Wow. We're actually dusting off the original use of the echo.
I know that you're a good person.
I'm not. Not to you.
Not a good person?
Not to you. You're within my personal space, and I'm within enough grounds in New York State law to actually push you away.
Okay, well, I'm just saying, I'm a fan of yours.
Please move away before.
I kind of believe this. If it's not Cassidy Campbell, I kind of believe this one's a protester. They just saw what was going on. They live in the building across the street, saw this and went, finally, my time to shine.
All right, these people are they have mental issues, guys. So these people are on antidepressants. These guys have horrible mental issues. That's why they come out here and do this. And you know what? I love it. This is how you know I made it. When I can just come out here and do whatever.
So Alex just admitted that he wants to mess with mentally ill people. He's got a problem with things I do. But trying to lure out mentally ill people, hurt them, and destroy their property is a cool thing.
I want. Look at that, Alex Stein.
I agree with him. I mean, 100% agree, but not mad when other people do it.
Yes. Dude, come on, dude. Say hey.
I'm a little disappointed. There was a sign earlier with my name on it. Okay. I'm very sad.
All right, guys.
So some guy comes up. Some guy who's like, with Alex claims there was someone was protesting Me Too, and now the sign is gone. Okay, I'm sure. Yeah, because Alex told him, hey, what are you doing? Why are you writing the other guy on the bill's name on? No, just Alex Stein.
You gotta go. I love you guys. Keep up.
One of them got confused and wrote the other guy. It's Alex and Bill. And some guy's like, I hate Bill. And Alex had to be like, no. Bill's... You don't even know who Bill is.
Following me on Twitter. You guys are the best. Thank you so much. Arts Cross Antifa. Arts and Cross Antifa. Arts and Cross Antifa. Arts and
Amazon Antifa.
Cross Antifa.
Look at this one. This one behind him. No joke. Look at that. It's just the shipping label. There's nothing written there.
I love you guys. You guys are awesome. I love you. I love you. I love you.
So he's touching the... I mean, he's committing crimes. Crimes on
come out here and do whatever.
Here it is. This is the same thing from another angle.
I want. Look at that, Alex Stein. This is the best. Dude, come on, dude. Say hey.
I'm a little disappointed. There was a sign earlier with my name.
So there's the guy going, I'm a little disappointed. There was a sign that had my name on it. What a pathetic loser. But then look who shows up. And listen, I can't put my finger. I swear to God, I recognize this guy. This is the guy who at the end of the video is going to go, Alex, come on, stop. Alex, please, come on. And he looks like somebody who I remember was a handler for someone else, but I'm not just making this up. I can't put my fucking finger on it, but he comes up and he whispers something to Alex.
Come on, dude, say hey.
I'm a little disappointed. There was a sign earlier with my name on it.
Okay. All right, guys, we gotta go. I love you guys. Keep following me on Twitter. You guys are the best. Thank you so much. Orange Cross Antifa. Orange Cross Antifa. Orange Cross Antifa. Orange Cross Antifa.
Like, why would this guy... Okay, so he did write at the bottom of the sign, shit ain't funny, but he's just holding up this shipping label, which has to be doxing whoever put these signs together.
I love you guys. You guys are awesome. I love you.
It's one of those huge shipping labels. It takes up an entire side of the box.
I love you. I love you.
And look, the old woman just got smacked in the face.
This is your sign. Here, get this. This is what they want their sign. Oh, so scary. Oh, I'm so scared.
This is a hate crime. Did that one say anything about queer people on it?
This is what I think about their sign.
Suddenly, all my messages with Alex are going to end up with the CIA, I have a feeling.
Guys, this is crap. This is what this is. Oh! I'm so scared. Primetime 99 is on the ground. These are whips. Look at this. You see this? You see this? You see?
Okay, so that guy right there, look at this. He covers up his face right afterwards. Why would he bother doing that? No joke, in the vlog I was talking about, this is the guy that Alex talks to on camera. He knows he's being filmed for like 10 minutes. I don't know. It's a while. It's a long time. The guy starts asking Alex all these questions. Why is he now hiding his face? Is it because earlier on that video he said he wasn't going to be protesting? Is it because he's an actor? Is it because he was paid to be here? Is it because he was hired through Central Casting New York?
Ah, let's go, baby.
When have you ever seen them react to their shit being taken and ripped up without violence? Ever. And look, there's the guy. Alex, please, come on.
You see this? Ah, let's go, baby.
Alex, please, come on. And there you go. Ladies and gentlemen, that's it. So I don't know. Make of that what you will. I'm just putting out the facts. It's Conspiracy Castle, ladies and gentlemen. It's a theory, a conspiracy theory. Maybe it's true. Maybe it's not. But here's something that I definitely didn't make up. Does Alex even believe in any of this stuff? Does he really think this is all like the worst stuff of all time? I don't know. I have a feeling that much like Mersh and Royce and all these other grifters before him, Alex is a pretend conservative guy. As a matter of fact, you actually see him say all the time that he doesn't actually, he's not a conservative. He'll say like, I'm not really a conservative. But they all do this. Every conservative guy will be like, I'm not a conservative. I'm a libertarian. And you're like, yeah, sure you are. You just backed into a corner or whatever. Or you think you're a libertarian, but you know, I mean, really? Come on. Hang on a second. I'm trying to get this other mouse to connect so I can actually do what I'm trying to do here. I was going through some stuff, trying to find some videos that I had lost of Alex's. And I managed to find, I don't know if this is his current girlfriend or this is an ex-girlfriend, but this is from 2019. All right. Now, I'm not going to dox the girlfriend, but she posted on Facebook this image, and it's Beto for Senate. All right. The Democrat guy from Texas, Beto, you know, the cool skateboarding candidate. And I'm looking at this image and I go, okay. And she also posted one about how cool Barack Obama is. And I'm thinking to myself, well, listen, guys are with girls all the time. Girls are stupid. Girls, of course, they're going to post liberal shit. You can be a conservative guy and be with a liberal girl. Doesn't mean anything for you. No conspiracy there. He doesn't necessarily, he's not faking his views and all that kind of stuff just because of this. There's no way, right? I look a little bit closer. I mean, listen, girls don't have their own opinions. If a girl is, a girl should be a liberal. If you think about it, like girls by default are liberal because they're dog brains. They're dumb as fuck. And if they are a conservative, it means they were told something and listened to it. And the only way that happens is when a girl is stealing attributes from a boyfriend, usually an ex-boyfriend. You know, when a girl suddenly has a new thing she's into or a new personality trait and you're like, what the fuck? That's just something that the guy you used to date liked. And she's just like, no, that's actually my thing now. You ever with a girl? Like I used to date this girl on and off for years. And she could not be more like me where we hated sports. Like sports doesn't even come up. She was into like theater and, you know, just stupid girl shit. And then we weren't dating for a while. We started dating again. And suddenly she claimed she liked football. It was the most bizarre thing I'd ever seen. And lo and behold, it's because of the guy she had just dated in between dating me. That guy took her to a football game or a bar or something where they were watching football. And now she's got a team. at 20 something years. You're 24 and suddenly you're into the Miami Dolphins. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense, but girls do this all the time. So if you see a woman who is a conservative, it's because her husband forced her to be at gunpoint, and you know he's got a gun. So she posts this Beto O'Rourke thing, no big deal. But then I go to the comments section and I see Alex Stein has commented on it, and this is not a joke. This is real. He comments, "You rock, babe." Beto O'Rourke, someone who I think there is a famous video of Alex like confronting at an event. Am I wrong on that? Didn't he go up to Beto O'Rourke at some sort of event? I think the Uvalde thing. He confronted Beto O'Rourke, started yelling. I mean, he trolled him. I'm sorry. I forgot. He trolled him by going to Beto. Beto likes that. He's Mexican. Anyway, he says, "You rock, babe." I don't know. Fake grifter. You be the judge. I'm not sure, but seems a little fishy to me.
Thank God. God is back, baby. And the earth is flat, not round.
They're saying in the chat room, this is exposing. Mersh is furious right now. Simp alert. I kept wondering if Alex Stein ever said something positive about Democrats and his reality shows. Yeah, that's actually a good question, too, and we can take a look at that in just a second here. Let's get into what's been going on with Pod Awful trolling Alex ever since all of this stuff went down. So I got mad with what happened. I see people calling him King Troll. It's time to show who's the real boss around town. And wouldn't you know it, our friend Kyler, remember Kyler, the internet's Kyler, actually helped us out with that a little bit. He saw the show where Alex didn't come on because he was afraid of getting trolled. And the night of the AOC thing, Alex went back to the Capitol and he had all these people show up that were supposed to be at a comedy show he was having that night that got canceled as the result of his antics. So he tells them, "Meet me at the Capitol stairs. It'll be a big event." And all it is him going, "Hi, everybody. He starts chewing on a pen. The ink explodes. It gets all over Marjorie Taylor Greene. She's now wearing blackface. They take a photo of it and put it on CNN. I'm not kidding. Goo Cheese. Do you know Goo Cheese? I'm not really familiar, but Goo Cheese is one of these IRL people, one of these IP2 people, I think. Goo Cheese is following around Alex Stein live streaming. Goo Cheese has on, what do they call that? The text alert things, you know, the super chats with the text. I can't remember. I'm not a grifter. I don't know what those are called. And Alex is fine with it. At one point, one goes off and she goes, "Do you want me to turn this off?" I'm sorry. She said, "Do you want me to turn this off?" And Alex says, No, it's fine. Let him come through. Make your money. So she's been getting these super chats the whole time, playing it out while Alex is giving this speech to all these people. And I'm not kidding about Marjorie Taylor Greene being there. That's her. She's the blur right there in the background. And that's like all her people around her and stuff. So Marjorie Taylor Greene is there. And Alex is giving a speech right at this moment, talking about how we need to stop living in fear. It's time to not be afraid anymore. The Democrats aren't afraid. We need to not be afraid. And then, thanks to our friend Kyler, this happens.
I first started going to city council meetings. I started going to meetings. I started speaking seriously. They shut down everything.
Ask Alex Stein why he is afraid of Jesse. P.S. Ask Alex Stein why he is afraid of Jesse. P.S. Ask Alex Stein why he is afraid of Jesse. Alex Stein why he is afraid of Jesse. P.S.
I get you. Every aspect of that was such an amazing win. That was incredible. So the same night, I'm accusing Alex of being scared of being trolled. He admits it with my name. Let's watch that one more time.
first started going to city council meetings, I started going to meetings, I started speaking.
He's talking about don't be afraid. I'm not kidding. One sentence before this clip starts, he says, like, we can't live in fear. The Kyler thing comes up. Ask Alex Stein why he is afraid of Jesse PS.
They shut down.
Gucci's. I don't know her. I assume she doesn't know me, but for whatever reason, she immediately goes, oh no. When she sees this, she doesn't have that reaction to anything else. I'm pretty sure people were sending the N-word and she didn't even care.
Alex Stein, why he is afraid of Jesse PS. Ask Alex.
This is the only super chat that Alex stopped speaking to listen to.
Stein, why
Oh my
he
God,
is
just
afraid
turn
of
it
Jesse
off. I'm
PS.
sick of
Ask
getting
Alex
trolled by
Stein, why
that.
Oh my God, just turn it off. I'm sick of getting trolled by that guy. And then she is forced to turn it off after she was given express permission to have it on all night. This one little message got through and it ruined Alex's fun.
They shut down.
Ask Alex Stein why he is afraid of Jesse PS. Ask Alex Stein why
Oh my
he
God,
is
just
afraid
turn
of
it
Jesse
off. I'm
PS.
sick of
Ask
getting
Alex
trolled by
Stein why
that.
Alex Stein why he is afraid of Jesse PS.
I can't turn it off.
She can't do it. It can't be turned off.
When I first started,
And that's true. It can never be turned off. The faucet is now on and it runs forever, Alex. And I see in the chat room someone says King Troll. No, because this is the death of trolling. Sorry, that was so loud. I had it louder for that Alex Stein video. So there's the first little clue to Alex of what the rest of his life is going to be like. Now, to be honest, that was so fun. I could almost just left it there. We would have done a show. It would have been centered around that clip and that clip alone. But then later that night, Alex uploads a video, and I could not believe my eyes when I saw this. I just realized I'm going to have to grab another clip here as well to give you the full context here. What do I want to start with? Let's actually start with this. So Alex goes on to the Lady Revenge of the Sis podcast. Remember this? I was on this show. It's called The Simpcast. And you'll see here a bunch of uninterested AOC style women who aren't paying attention to fucking anything going on. Certainly not what Alex Stein is saying. In fact, I'm pretty sure they all have their own. This is a crazy thing women do when they live stream with each other. They all have their own live streams going on where they all are getting their own simps to send in super chats, and they are all talking to their own chats while on someone else's show. It's bizarre. Not one of them's paying attention. This Asian girl is down here sucking down some sort of boba tea, probably. They're all just adjusting their tops, making sure their tits are out, playing with their hair. Somebody sends in a super chat and says this.
He's a top cat.
All right, this might
Nah,
be.
I'm
Let me
kidding.
know if this is a troll comment, Alex. Mr. Burgers, Alex, is it true you lied about Jesse S and then copied his Comet Ping Pong review?
Okay, first of all, Jesse PS is a weirdo that has this YouTube channel called The Pod Awful.
Thank
and
you.
He invited me to come on his show.
Thank you, by the way. Every time we troll Alex, he gives us a nice full shout out. He always says, oh, Jesse PS from Pod Awful.
Oh, but then
They know who I am because I was actually on this show before you.
It's like, yeah, maybe. But he made
I trolled my way onto this show. King Troll, whatever.
He made this whole like online campaign. He hates some of the same people like that you don't like. He doesn't like Ethan Ralph. He hates him. He hates like Royce and
I
Merce.
still like Ethan Ralph.
You mean
I'm
Moise?
heartbroken.
No, I like Ethan. He's funny. He's a gunt lord. What I'm saying is this guy Jesse PS.
Now, when I was on Alex's show, he just called Ethan a gunt lord. When I was on Alex's show, he introduced the idea of talking about Ethan, and he said, now you call him a gunt. He calls him a gunt lord. Okay. Like I made up calling Ethan Ralph a gunt.
Like a weirdo. I mean, he's weird. I don't care what anybody says. He faked and pretended that his brother died and did this whole campaign, like made all these posts.
So the fake brother thing, Lenny, my man servant, Lenny Ways, getting him to record that audio saying like, hey man, I'm so sorry about your dead brother. That troll got to him so bad that this is where we are.
That his brother was dead. And I believed him. And like some guy asked me like what I thought about Jesse PS. I was like, man, I'm really sorry about his brother. And then I found out it was all a joke. And then so he asked me to come on his show. And then I was thinking like 2 hours before the show, I'm like, dude, I'm not going to go on this guy's show. He wanted me to be a guest and play some bit. I'm like, why am I going to go on his show? Lord knows he can make me look like an idiot, which they're like, oh my God, you're such a troll. You don't want to get trolled by him. I'm like, I'm a professional troll. I know when people are trying to troll me, you retard. So
I legitimately just wanted him on as an actual guest. He was supposed to be in on the bit. I explained everything to him. I told him it was going to be like the O'Reilly factor, all of it. I'm sorry, I'm sweating. I'm sick. I have a fever. I'm so sorry. I'm cold. I also have cold, but I'm also dying and hot at the same time. So I apologize for this. I'm in a bad state right now. I have esophageal cancer. My doctor said I've got months to live. But anyway, I had no intention of pranking Alex Stein. Literally zero intention of pranking him. And this is how scared he was.
All of his Pod Awful fans are literally like retarded. And they're saying that I copied his Comet Ping Pong review. First of all, I never saw his Comet Ping Pong review. And third of all, he doesn't own Comet Ping Pong. People can go to the James Alfonso's pizza place and shoot content there. So, yeah, no.
Yeah, but
I
why
actually
do
kind of
it?
like that his little army of people are trying to.
Why do it, though, if someone else already has? Kind of a weird thing.
He has like 15 fans.
15 fans. Later on, he's going to say I have 10. I keep losing fans by the day. I don't know. 15, 10,000, 15, 10, whatever.
So, yeah, bring it on, bud.
Bring it on, bud. He's asking for it.
I love it. Okay.
You love it. You're not paying any attention, you dumb bitch. All right, so let's take a look at Alex's Comet Ping Pong review, and let's just see what we've got here, right? I mean, we got to check it out.
Okay, Comet Ping Pong pizza review. We got the Jesus Christ pizza.
So he's got some silly music playing, and then he goes into Comet Ping Pong. And by the way, this is years later. Nobody's thinking about P-Gate anymore. Not the Trump one. You know what I'm saying. So he's eating a slice. You can barely hear him. He's eating. And by the way, if I had done this isn't exactly what I did. It's very, very close. He definitely is copying. Again, this is the same night as the trolling. If I had done this, people would have been like, oh my God, you're a Satanist. You are drinking children's adrenochrome.
The tears of little children.
Jesse is looking sweaty. Yeah, I am sweaty. Yeah, look at my fucking hair. That's crazy. I'm so sweaty right now.
6.6.
6.6. Now, I wonder why he picked the number 6. And see the silly music. Oh, look at that.
Just had dinner at Pedo Pizza Place, Comet. It was insane, very weird.
Yeah, it's no man. That seemed wild. Woo! How'd you survive? You got out of there alive here 5 years after the fact.
Vibrational energy. What do you think, Ross?
Probably more than that. When was that? 2016?
I didn't taste any baby blood, but I could, like, everything on the walls felt like they were trying to hit me towards baby blood.
It was weird.
It was weird. And the silly music. Okay, so we got a silly music. Isn't it funny? Isn't it twee that we went to Comet Ping Pong and legitimately ate the pizza and reviewed it? Isn't that a funny thing to review? Well, I agree. It is. Back when I did it, the day after a gunman showed up at Comet Ping Pong. Now, here's the thing. You guys remember a gunman went to Comet and he shot the floor, and there was a big news story. And the next day, Comet was closed for business. My friend David and I, we went there. Our idea was to review Comet Ping Pong, but it was closed. So what did we do instead? The second best thing, we did the other paranormal pizza place, Besta Pizza, which is 3 doors down from Comet. Okay. And people remember that's the one with the logo, with the secret symbol logo. The interlocking triangle logo. So we reviewed Besta while researching and and uncovering the truth about Comet Ping Pong. And in the middle of our video about that, this happens.
Good evening. This is David Ray Martinez, and I'm here to give a food review on Best of Pizza.
So there's Best of Pizza, and you hear the silly music in the background. So isn't this silly that we're doing this? Again, this is 2016.
It was worse than DiGiorno's. Felt like dollar pizza. It was really bad.
So it's really bad.
Give it a rating of.
So I wanted to make this funny, so I'm giving David a little bit of direction here off camera.
Of out of how many 6-year-olds?
Give it a rating out of how many 6-year-olds. Interesting number, 6. Could have said 3, could have said 9. I said 6.
I give it 1.
And he gave it a 1. All right. So there you go. Now that video, Alex Stein claims to have never seen before. He doesn't know about it. He had no idea that I had reviewed the Pedo Pizza. Except when I was on his show, this happened. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes,
okay.
I know exactly what you're talking
So I somewhat infamously, this is real. I discovered that there is a basement at Comet Table Tennis Pizza Parlor.
It's next door. It's next door at the Bucks Camping and Fishing, right? Or is it at the?
So here's the deal. Now you remember there's Comet, and do you remember there's Besta?
Besta Pizza, yes, that's the one that had the weird logo. Yeah,
and it had the weird logo. Which by the time I went there the day after the gunman showed up, the man with the gun. And he started pulling enforcement shit inside the Comet. Do you remember that? He shot a gun into the floor.
Yes.
So,
or into a computer or whatever.
Something like that. So I just happened to show up the day we were already planning to go there for the investigation the day after. And then that happened. So there's cops all around. Comet is closed. So we couldn't go in there. And my friend David and I.
So you're like near DC. So you're like near this.
No, I lived in Brooklyn at the time, and we drove down from Brooklyn. So my friend David and I go. And so we go to Besta instead. And there's parking in the back.
Is Besta right down the street?
It is in the same building, basically. It's like a strip mall. It's a strip mall. And it's either 2 or 3 doors down from Comet is Besta. And behind it, and this is all on video. You can see, I think this is on my Vimeo, vimeo.com/podawful. If you go there to park, the only parking is behind the strip mall. And so we just parked there, and we didn't know any better. We parked there. We thought like there's a back entrance to go into Besta because they've got all these graphics on their door. It's got pictures of pizza and salad on it and stuff. So we just walked into their back door. It turns out it's their employee door. And there's the stairs going down into the basement of Besta Pizza. Now, Comet Ping Pong is in the same building 3 doors down. At the same level. There's no building is made where the foundation suddenly disappears slightly over there. You know what I mean?
And it doesn't matter, dude. It doesn't matter because this is all that matters is we know that Ghislaine Maxwell and Jeffrey Epstein and the connection with these elites. I don't know what happened. I don't know if they're really drinking children's blood or whatever, but I'm just saying I know these people like worship some sort of not Jesus Christ God, some sort of like paganistic God. I actually do believe that. I really do believe that like they are into some sort of like behind the scenes occult worship.
Well, listen, I was there, and when we were back there, James
Elephantis. Elephantis.
I didn't know if we should say it or not, but
can we not say it? Yeah, we shouldn't say it. We really shouldn't be talking about it.
We really shouldn't talk about it. But he showed up. He showed up, and I looked directly. He knew what we were there doing, and I looked directly into his eyes, and there was an evil there. And one of the things I got some of this on camera. I didn't get them coming out, but I swear on my life, I swear on the life of my children, that I witnessed. Again, the restaurant is closed. No one's allowed inside. And right as we pulled up, I witnessed an adult man, come out of the back of Comet with 5 or 6 children. And then they just jogged down the street. They didn't get into a car.
While you were there, while you were eating there, you saw a guy with children?
We weren't eating. We weren't allowed inside.
You were there.
We did get pizza from Besta. But yeah, we were in their parking lot there. And we saw them come out. 5 or 6 children. Okay, we did get pizza from Besta. So not only do I tell them all about the video, tell them about doing the pizza review, I gave him the link to the Vimeo. He got the link. Now, listen, I'm going to let you be the judge. Just watch his video one more time and you tell me. I don't know, did he copy or not? Maybe he didn't.
Okay, common ping pong pizza review. We got the Jesus Christ pizza. Let's see what it is. It tastes like the tears of little children, about 6.6. Just had dinner at Pedo Pizza Place, Comet. It was insane, very weird vibrational energy. What'd you think, Ross? I didn't taste any baby blood, but I could, like, everything on the walls felt like they were trying to hint me towards baby blood. It was weird.
So I saw in the chat, people are saying they think it's copying. I mean, it seems like copying to me, maybe not. It's an obvious thing to do for sure. For sure. It's just that I'm the first to do it. There's certain things where a guy does it and there it is. It was done. He was the first to get to it. Maybe it wasn't the most original idea, but he did it first. You're certainly too late in 2022. And I got so much shit just for eating Besta pizza. Alex is eating actual Comet pizza. This is the guy who the other night revealed that he is a plant-based pimp, aka another word for saying a vegetarian loser. And he said that the reason he doesn't eat meat, and this could not be more of a grift, the reason he doesn't eat meat is he doesn't want to eat the adrenalized blood of cows. Oh, really? You don't want to be Hillary Clinton. You're trying to avoid adrenochrome and stuff like that. Sure, that's the reason. Meanwhile, he's eating the adrenochrome pizza. So I don't know. You tell me.
I got excited, very excited to see all of this.
By the way, there was a little quick mention of Moise in there. How about we check in with Moise when it comes to Alex Stein? Alex went to Orlando and he met up with probably the worst part of ROTC, Royce, the Ois part of Moise. You guys remember Moise? So, sorry, I have to switch mice to get this to work. So here is Alex Stein and Moise himself, Royce. And there's, of course, Royce is posting this to the Revenge of the Cis Instagram. Alex never posted this. He didn't give a shit about this. Now, believe it or not, there is an entire vlog of Alex's trip to Universal Studios, which is where this is, because both of these are grown Disney men. And you can make the argument that's not Disney all day long. I don't care. Royce has season passes to Disney World and to Universal Studios. Alex was going there to ride all the Harry Potter rides. This is real. These are grown Disney men who eat fast food all day. Alex eats Impossible Whoppers. Whatever you want to think. Listen, the grift is real. That's all I'm saying. The grift is real. Royce meets up with him. Mersh mysteriously somehow not invited. We don't know why, but he just didn't show up too. He wasn't a part of it. Oh, wait, we do know why. Because he talked about it on Nightwave. Mersh never wanted to leave anything off the table. Here is his giant cope of why he didn't get to meet Alex Stein in person. Well, he already met him in person, but in Florida.
Sunday. Shout out to Evilian. Yes, it's the Evilian.
Oh, by the way, shout out Evilian02. Evilian.
All I do is suck your dick and eat your butt.
Wait, what?
I got your shirt too. I think I wore it one night. I can't remember. Sorry, I got to remember to wear your shirt one night and show that off on the show. But yeah, I didn't get the old invite.
Wipe out. They didn't even bother asking him. That's great. I mean, listen, does not shock me that Alex wouldn't bother asking Mersh, a guy that they went to WrestleMania together with. And if you were sitting there the whole time, if you were one of those people who was holding your breath with all my Alex Stein stuff, secretly going, I hate this Alex Stein guy. I don't know, Jesse. Seems like he's a goon to me. The reason you were able to detect it, the reason even I was kind of like, I don't know, is it turns out Alex is a full bore wrestling guy. Anyone into wrestling is bad. I can see Alex not inviting Mersh. Royce not inviting Mersh. I mean, sure, Royce knows that Mersh is asleep. It's daylight out, and he doesn't have to do ROTC that day, so there's no way that Mersh is awake. But Royce not even sending a text message is big.
But then I found out that they were like at Universal, and it was like 2 PM, and I was like, oh yeah, fuck that. But next time you still text me.
Oh yeah, so no, I didn't want to go anyway. That's the scope. Oh yeah, I mean, give me the text. I would say no. I would have turned you down. Actually, show me Kitty's. I told her to fuck off. I came my pants and said skedaddle toots. I don't even need Alex to come anymore.
I'll say no, but at least text me. But yeah, I didn't get the notice, and I found out yesterday. He's like, dude, it was like 100 degrees, and there was no. If you guys,
it's Florida. It's 100 degrees every day. It's 100 degrees in fucking the UK right now. Of course, it's 100 degrees in Florida. This is nothing.
I have never been to Universal,
and I've been to Universal. Let me tell you something. I've been to Universal. My parents live in Florida. We went to Universal for my mom's birthday not that long ago. Okay, I've been as a kid a bunch of times. I have also been fairly recent history as an adult. I don't have a year-round pass.
There's no shade.
Oh, by the way, I don't know if people know this. I got somebody messaging me this who lives down there. While this was happening, it hadn't even hit the news yet. If you haven't checked, right near Lakeland, Florida, at least 2 tornadoes went ripping through, causing tons of damage. Mersh may have been, we don't know right now. Is Nightwave on or anything? Mersh might have been sucked into the Wizard of Oz. Can Evillian check on that? Is Nightwave live? Is Mersh alive right now? We don't know.
Anywhere. There's no shade.
There's no shade. This is his code.
Been to Universal. There's no shade.
Oh, there's shade. It's just all being directed at you, Mersh, by them not inviting you. Shade, shade, shade.
Anywhere.
Saying there's no shade, by the way. Again, there is a vlog of Royce and Alex hanging out on one of Alex's channels. I'd show it to you. It's not worth seeing it because the footage is terrible. They're inside the whole time. They're riding around inside Harry Potter rides. They're pretending to go to Hogwarts together. They're going inside of Moe's Tavern from The Simpsons together. There's no shade. You're going in things. And by the way, there is shade. There's entire stretches of street or whatever you call it in there that have canopies of trees over top. We went for the Halloween thing at Universal, and because my mom's birthday is near Halloween, they had the Halloween thing going on, and they had it all. They had like spider webs everywhere and spooky stuff. There's trees everywhere. No shade. They've got misters out there to keep you cool and all that. There's no shade. His cope is that he wouldn't have gone anyway because it's too hot. Because there's no shade.
There's no shade. So you're just walking around.
Yeah, just about every line goes into a building of some sort.
In the beating sun and the humidity. So I was
wrong. Wrong. You go from one thing to the other, and you're slightly outside, and then you're inside. You're slightly outside, and then you're inside. There's trees everywhere.
Fuck you guys. Better you than me. I did go to the lake yesterday.
But he went to the lake. He went to the lake. So he was outside anyway. He just did not get invited. And I'll tell you why Mersh didn't get an invite. Royce is moving on. Dregworks is back. Royce's copy of Pod Awful show that he does with Rob Glabbleglam. Big fan of the show. Glob Lambigan, who is in the $40 level of the Pizza Fund, co-host of the show called Dregworks with Royce. He's a several million sub YouTuber. They host the show together. That's back. All right. Royce is making moves to try to be a little bit more mainstream right now. Frozen Asian just quit working on Revenge of the Sis, but is still working on Royce's show Daywave. Royce is making moves to make a clean getaway from Mersh. And one of those moves in the vlog with Alex. Alex is there with other content people. I guess there's people who have a show. I don't know who they are. I don't recognize a single one, and he doesn't really say who they are at any point. But you see the moment when Royce leaves. He's not there for the whole thing. He comes in late and he leaves early. He's there for like 2 rides. He brings his wife.
Rest in peace, Jeff.
Okay. I didn't have anything ready to go for that one.
The mental illness to be transgender.
That's so true. He brings his wife. Our first clue that he is, in fact, still married. People have been wondering forever. Did Royce and Marie break up? They're still together. She's in the video. He brings his wife. He is clearly there to glad hand, to wheel and deal, to link up with Alex Stein and these other people. And on camera, you watch Royce say goodbye to these people. And this is how he says goodbye. He's like, Alex, dude, thank you so much for this, man. This has been great. Thank you, dude. And whenever you're back in Florida, you're welcome on the show anytime. Absolutely, and have us on and everything. And then he looks at all the other people he doesn't know, and I guess they have some sort of show. And he's like, hey, guys, I've got a show called Revenge of the Sis. Make sure you have me on, and you guys are welcome to be on my show, Revenge of the Sis. It was so good. It was a pleasure. And he shakes every one of their hands. So Royce is out there doing business, and he knows if he brings along the Fez monkey, it might just fuck things up. It's not worth it to bring him along. But that's not all. When it comes to Revenge of the Sis, again, we've got Lady Revenge of the Sis. This is the lady version of Revenge of the Sis. Alex was on there, and another super chat came through, and this is what happened.
Legolas. Big fan, Alex. Even after you bombing at Ethan Ralph's bowling alley canceled marriage event, did he ask you to lick the thumb?
Yeah. Okay, so saying that, again, that's a heckler. Saying he bombed at doing stand-up at Ethan Ralph's bowling alley. Did you have to lick his poop finger? Did you have to lick Mersh's poop finger? That's weird that they both have poop fingers.
Yeah, that's somebody trolling. No, okay. Bombing. If we're at a bowling alley, like at an event where everybody's shouting the N-word, I didn't necessarily bomb.
Oh, yeah, the N-word. That would suck. You would hate that. I mean, I'm sure that's not happening in your chat room constantly while you're doing that live show. But, oh, boy, the N-word. People are yelling the N-word. How could you possibly be funny during that?
At all.
We saw the footage, by the way. I played it on this show. Back when Alex was still a friend of the show, he bombed. It was one of the worst stand-up sets I've ever seen.
Oh, but I don't mean
it's impossible for you to bomb. I've seen you on.
It's impossible. I'm about to prove that wrong.
Stage Ox.
What I'm saying is that's some troll, and there's all these people are trolling because I didn't go on some guy's show.
I had nothing to do with this. Now, is that a bot awful person? Probably. I don't know. I didn't know this was happening. I never watched this live. I've never watched the whole thing. This clip was sent to me. I had no idea. So I'm not behind this. Alex is now already, this early in the game, he's in the mindset that if somebody out there is making fun of me, it's Pod Awful's fault. That is top tier goon behavior.
That's some troll, and there's all these people are trolling because I didn't go on some guy's show.
Some guy. He just Voldemorted me. I watched this man go to Hogwarts, and now I'm Voldemort. Ladies and gentlemen, Alex Stein wanted to be the super villain of reality shows. I am the super villain of the internet. Thank you. This is true. I'm Voldemort. I am Voldemort to so many people online, and Alex is one of them.
No, it's like internet drama. I could care less.
yeah.
It ain't drama.
I only want to give it. You know,
You could care less. That means you can care, by the way. Stupid thing to say, but let's pretend you meant you couldn't care less. Well, guess what? Bullshit. You were very upset.
yeah. I
I'm
hope there's
familiar
more.
with it.
Keep the money coming. All the troll comments are
Keep it
accepted.
up.
See, and he does this every time. Every time he gets messed with, he immediately goes like, it's this. They're trolling me. Then troll. And then he has to remember, oh, wait, no, I'm King Troll. I like it. Keep them coming. But you hear that defeated voice.
Yeah. I
I'm
hope there's
familiar
more.
with it.
Keep the money coming. All the troll comments are
Keep it
accepted.
up.
That's not his. Where's the character? Where's the Jewish car salesman? Where's the energy in all of that? He's deflated. He's unspooled. He's gone. His smile, gone. His energy, gone. His upbeatness, gone. His troll status, gone. Got no spine, 69 on the wine, Alex Stein. And these are the names you need to start using for him. All right? He's not on the grind. He's on the wine. He's got no spine. He's not 99. He's spineless. Now, let's prove that he bombs at stand-up. I had a bunch of stand-up clips that I wanted to show you tonight. Or last night, actually. Alex has privated them, or he's removed them entirely. He must have known Pod Awful was coming. And he removed some of the worst stand-up sets I've ever seen because Alex Stein can't handle heckling. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's official. Let's just call it now. Call it what it is. Trolling is now. Not bullying, by the way. We say bully the internet. It's the same thing, basically, when I say it like that. Trolling is now heckling. We're just going to call it what it is. It's just heckling. You're allowed to heckle. Are they allowed to throw you out of the venue? Sure, but it ain't a crime. It's not a crime to do it. Have we been thrown off of YouTube for heckling? Sure, but it doesn't mean I'm not going to pay the price of admission to come and do it again, you worthless worm. Now, unfortunately, the absolute worst stand-up sets were taken down, and they were all from only like 2 years ago. It wasn't that long ago, and he's been doing stand-up for a long time, by the way. Like a long time. He should not be doing baby's first open mic style stand-up. But I promise you, I guarantee you, what you're about to watch is worse than Mersh's stand-up. Because at the very least, Mersh was smart enough to copy actual stand-ups and steal their jokes. This, Alex Stein claims he's against abortion. Then how do you explain this video right here? Alex Stein aborts comedy live on stage.
Yeah, we want that energy, guys. Yes, I was on a Bravo dating show. It was whack.
So he immediately goes into the fact that he was on a reality show, a dating show.
Lost, embarrassed. My parents disowned me, but
my parents disowned me. So he just throws that away. Nobody's even listening. Again, it's a room full of women.
Guys, I'm actually doing really.
They ain't listening. Back to the parlor.
Good, and I'm coming here from the Church of Scientology as a representative to tell you guys that if you guys want, y'all can be clear too. No,
I did basically that exact same joke in 2008 on a video that was uploaded to YouTube. It was me doing stand-up, and I say, actually, I'm here from, I think instead of Church of Scientology, I said the Church of Christian Science, which is basically like, that's the same joke. Actually, I'm here to talk to you about that. That is a hack joke. That's not good. I was doing a parody of hack comedians in my thing. Alex is not doing that. This is his real bit. It will be a runner throughout this set.
I'm serious because Scientology changed my life. I used to be gay.
And by the way, can we just point out, and this is true for all comedians, I don't care what level you're at, I love the visual of whoever's filming this for him is doing a terrible job. It's probably his girlfriend. You can hear her. The only person laughing loudly throughout the whole thing is the person clearly behind the video camera. And they've just set up the phone and just gone for it. They're barely filming him. And I just love the visual of the alcoholic beverage here in front of it. It's so funny to me that basically in order to laugh at stand-up comedy, it's required for you to be drunk. That's cheating. Any laughs you hear through this, it's out of uncomfortability and the fact that they're drunk. They're embarrassed and drunk. That's it. It's a cheat. That's a cheat code. That's like juicing in sports. Plying the audience with alcohol. If you can make them laugh sober, you're funny. If you can make them laugh high, they're high. That's it. Anybody can do that. I've watched a guy get drunk and laugh at his own belly button. And granted, it was a funny belly button, but it wasn't telling jokes. Luckily for us, neither is Alex.
And then I joined Scientology, and I'm freaking straight. And I was really gay. I used to fantasize about 60-90 Dog the Bounty Hunter. No.
Okay, so a reference to bounty hunters. Wonder where that came from.
Sick.
And again, that's not a joke. So just like how Alex is not a troll, he did not troll AOC. He goes up on a stand-up stage and doesn't tell jokes. Ladies and gentlemen, this would be the death of jokes if people were calling him the king of jokes. Okay? Do you see the point, the analogy here? I'm only mad because they called him the king of trolling while not trolling. If you call him the king of jokes, if you call him the king of stand-up during this abomination, then there is something wrong with you. Forget Alex. You should be looked at. You should be heckled.
Fantasy where I wanted a 69 Guy Fieri, but I wanted to use his signature buffalo wing sauce with 31 individual spices. That is what I would...
What is this?
That's what I had in my spank bank.
And again, this is his best one. This is the one he left up. He hid the other ones from you. I scoured the internet trying to find the other ones. They are so bad.
Nasty Guy Fieri, spicy 69.
The rest of the set is him saying, it's like Dane Cook with no energy. He's saying funny words. These are funny, not funny, but they're gross and weird concepts, but there's no joke. There's no setup. There's no punchline. What is this? And he's not playing a character. He'll tell you he loves Andy Kaufman. This is not that.
Then I joined Scientology, guys. I'm so straight, I could 69.
Oh, look at this. Right in the chat. Right after I said that in the chat. Pneumatic Tube says, Alex Stein loves saying that his hero is Andy Kaufman. I predict he will say when his cover gets blown that he was always just playing a conspiracy theorist type guy. 100% he's faking the conspiracy theorist thing, all of this stuff. And I get that. The difference is Andy Kaufman is funny when he does it. Don't you see? You see this shit? You see this shit?
Whoopi Goldberg right now.
Actually, that's not true. Andy Kaufman actually wasn't even really that funny. More funny in retrospect. I don't know. There's a bit of a, people aren't going to like this. I shouldn't talk about my opinions on Andy Kaufman. In fact, he brought up Andy Kaufman when I was on the show with him, and he said, you must love Andy Kaufman. And I made a face, and he noticed it and kind of called it out, and I did not want to get into that. I have a very nuanced opinion of Andy Kaufman, and I would say he's mostly good. Probably my biggest problem with him is he spawned a spate of imitators. And by the way, not at the time. Usually something has a bunch of bad imitators during their, importance, during their fame. And that's normal. You expect that. You expect, Transmorphers to come out when Transformers is in theater. I get that one. It's this weird thing where Andy Kaufman's legacy sort of got built up after the fact, and the legend is bigger than the truth. All right. Well, I'll just put it like that. I don't want to get too deep into it, but the legend's bigger than the truth. And in recent history, he has spawned this weird spate of imitators. I think the big thing that did it was when they were like, wait, is Andy Kaufman actually still alive? Like the death hoax, the death hoax thing has always been big. But then there was like in 2000, I want to say 13 or something, somebody, they were like, they thought they spotted Andy Kaufman or something. It was this whole thing put together. Bob Zamuda, his comedy partner, has kind of been building up this legacy, and Andy Kaufman's girlfriend from when he died have been building up this legend. I shouldn't say legacy, this legend around him that just wasn't there. One of the biggest examples of this, one of the biggest imitators of this that just didn't get what was actually happening and has bought into the legend way too much and is still bad at their imitation. And you have to watch really carefully. You have to be kind of a nerd about it. I'm kind of a nerd about it. That's why I don't really want to talk about it. But Tim Heidecker. I always hated Tim and Eric. I started recently in like the past year. I will occasionally watch Tim Heidecker comedy, like his YouTube and stuff like that. I even subscribed to his paywall. I was studying this. This is how much I'm into it. I paid to study these things. I've got some theories I'm working on. All right. I do stuff behind the scenes you wouldn't even believe. And Tim Heidecker, he openly admits he is influenced by Andy Kaufman. I've said that before too, but it just feels like one of those things you're supposed to say. I've also said that about George Carlin, and I think George Carlin is maybe one of the least funny comedians ever, but he was a long-haired atheist comedian, so growing up, people were just like, you gotta like this guy, and I was like, I guess I do. I was like, no way, he's not funny. And I don't want to get into that any further either. Tim Heidecker is doing an Andy Kaufman impression, and it's a bad one, and he doesn't understand what was funny about Andy Kaufman, and he believes the legend. That's all I'm going to say. Alex Stein is the same vein.
Hard, guys. I mean,
Jim Carrey is a whole other story. Let's not. That's a different thing. That's its own universe of Tim and Eric was shit, 100%. Tim Heidecker. A lot of people hate Tim Heidecker for other reasons, political reasons, Sam Hewd reasons, things like that. I wanted to give him a fair shot because I've always hated Tim and Eric shit, but he was doing kind of a different thing by himself. I gave him and I really love, I love is Neil Hamburger, Greg Turkington, who does a show with Tim Heidecker. That's what really got me into this, actually. I love Neil Hamburger. Very, very funny character. And much closer to Andy Kaufman than anything Tim Heidecker has ever done. And, I'm getting this is way too in the weeds. We don't have the time for this. We're already 2 hours into the Alex Stein episode, and we started late.
Knocking on Whoopi's door.
I don't want to talk about it. I've got to ignore your chats. I'm sorry.
I'm straight. It's all thanks to Scientology.
Tim is great. Okay, hang on a second. Tim is great. Don't hate. Are you kidding me? You're copying Red Bar's thing where you deliberately say the names wrong? No, Mersh typed Sam Hewd into his search terms. No, see, you're just new. This is what happens with a lot of Red Bar people is they're new and they think like, oh, Red Bar invented stuff. No. No, he didn't. He didn't invent clapping. He didn't invent having a whack pack. I didn't get that from Stern either, but in my research, it turns out Howard Stern invented clapping and the whack pack. But no, Sam Hewd. Also, he didn't invent saying names wrong. That's like, an entire third of comedy is just saying stuff funny. But that's literally a direct reference to Mersh using, by the way, he put, I think, Red Bar in the ROTC search terms as well. And he tried to put Sam Hyde into his search terms and he typed Sam Hewed. So you look stupid and you're gay and you're cold.
Easy, like I had to fly to like Clearwater, Florida and do some shit.
Nah, you copy Sam and Mike. Okay, then I also copy Tim and Eric and Man-Cow. Why not cut out the middleman? None of these guys invented any of this shit. This is what we're talking about right now. I'm only addressing these comments because this is exactly what we're talking about right now. All of this goes, there are certain people who are progenitors in all of this stuff who spawned it all. And by the way, you want to know who it is? It's not Howard Stern when it comes to this kind of thing that I'm doing. It's a guy called Steve Dahl. I researched this stuff, man. I'm into it. And I've never listened to Steve Dahl or anything, but turns out Howard Stern copied this guy. I don't know. I don't listen to Howard Stern. I don't listen to any of these people. There's certain people who just create a thing. They're the first guy. They got to it first. Somebody would have done it eventually, but they got to it first. And then spawn shit. And usually the shit that they spawn is worse. And I'm stealing from Tom Green. I'm doing Tom Green and Norm Macdonald. And I'm worse, right? I'll never be those people. You just can't be. Every once in a while, some guy is either so original or is such an amazing combination of the old stuff that it feels original. It's sort of its own thing. And then that's what comes out of it. Steve Dahl invented like talk radio, basically, like the funny kind of talk radio, and then like the modern funny type of talk radio. And then Andy Kaufman invented the what people now call trolling thing. And everybody who has come after them has been a terrible version of it. This is why I try not to pay attention to these people. I'm not really that big of a fan of Andy Kaufman, or I don't listen to these people, is because that's where it leads you. Thinking that you are inspired by these sorts of things, it's always a bad idea. I probably should stop being so inspired by Norm Macdonald. It's always a bad idea. You always just look like a poor imitation of it. I promise you, I was doing comedy since I was 13. Red Bar wasn't on the fucking map at the time. He was still a cold fetus of the internet at the time. Sam Hewed had never done a sketch, hadn't thought about doing comedy by the time I was doing stuff. All right. But you're new. I get it. This is what I expect. What I was expecting was people to come here saying this shit about Alex, though. I was ready for this speech for Alex. It's weird that you're doing it for guys uninvolved in all of this, but Alex is exactly the same. Alex Stein will be looked at like those dudes. There will be a day, and it's very soon. It's probably right now. And we've seen it, actually. We saw it in those chat rooms we were trolling recently. There will be a day, if it is not today, where people will be like, you can't do the city council trolling. That's Alex Stein's thing. I've seen it, actually. I've already seen that happen. There's another guy who like routinely does that and has been doing it since around the same time as Alex, if not before. And all of his comments are, okay, scuffed Alex Stein. And he's got to be sitting there going, neither one of us invented this. What are you talking about? But, you know, just one guy gets big enough. So these are just the people you've heard of before. When I had been doing this podcast since 2009, and in 2014, all of a sudden my comments filled up with, you're just doing Keemstar, who I think had started like a couple years before that. Like he hadn't even been around as long as me. This happens every few years. I'm glad you say this because this needs to be addressed. Alex Stein, this is the death of trolling. I don't want to hear about trolls anymore. I don't want to hear about trolling anymore. Alex Stein didn't invent anything, and he's bad at it. I'm showing you this to show you what type of comedian he is because it's easy to laugh at the uncomfortability of the people he's making fun of, especially if you agree politically with him. That's very, very easy. Here's how we remove that aspect of it. And you have to watch him nakedly attempt to make people laugh. And right here in the foreground is the only thing making them laugh, and it's that alcohol.
Barely paying attention, and then I just gave Tom Cruise a couple blowjobs, and boom, I'm straight. The Scientology's tight because, like, I met these, like, really cool, they're a little weird, but these Asian Scientologists, freaking wicked, wild, nasty, sexy girls. They're into weird stuff like sex dolls and robots. Let me tell you something, these dolls, they're real robots. They have functions like gyrate, wing-a-zing, they moisten at the touch. And I have a Hillary Clinton.
Actually, I kind of have a feeling some of these people might be here, and they might actually just be protecting Alex by doing this. So here's what I'm going to do. This was not my original plan. I'm going to make you just watch this. No commentary. Just watch it. Just enjoy. I want to see how much. Tell me how much you laugh after this one.
Robot, and I just sit there and I just eat her out like for hours. It's disgusting, and I probably should go to jail or at least be on some list. I don't know, but I love this new chick. She's sexy. This little, I call her my little Latin politician. She's spicy.
You're being punished.
Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez.
This is 2019. He's been.
Sexy name.
So he actually is into AOC.
It's a Scientology boner.
He's been thinking about her this long.
But I'm trying to get the Asian Scientology chicks to make me like an AOC sex doll. So I can make it 69 my Hillary Clinton sex doll. Well, it's 69 with the Asian chicks. Because I'm disgusting and I hate myself. But I don't hate myself as much thanks to Scientology. Thank the Lord. But I'll be honest, Scientology, that wasn't like my first choice out of the gate. Like, I fucked with some other religions. Like, I used to fuck with Jesus heavy. Amen, motherfucker, amen. But my church, they expelled me for, I don't know, some controversial behaviors, what they documented as in a police report, but like the first thing I did, I stood up and I asked a question. I said, Pastor, and he's like saying all this mumbo jumbo about Jesus and snakes and shit. I don't really give a fuck. I'm hungover. Okay? And I said, hey, I got a question. Talk about this Jesus dude, son of God. I mean, honest to God, do you think who would win in a one-on-one basketball game?
You guys liking this?
Michael Jordan or Jesus Christ? He's like, gave me some bullshit about Jesus. And I was like, dude, you're wrong. Michael Jordan is a 6'8" black dude. Jesus is a 5' Jew. I mean...
Don't let your Christian fan base hear this.
Jordan's gonna run that shit, guys. And then I asked him, do you think Jesus Christ could win a national spelling bee? Like, yeah. Of course he could. Oh, you think he's going to beat Sadiq, the kid from Grand Prairie? Both of his parents are neurosurgeons? You think Jesus knows how to spell precocious? I don't even think he spoke English. I don't know.
I don't know why you switched accounts to tell me that my stand-up is blocked or anything. I saw you say that already. I've never done stand-up. I don't know what you're talking about.
But he's not going to beat Sadiq, and I will take that to the bank.
He's still saying it. He switched. There's a guy in chat who switched accounts, thinking because nobody replied to him. That's the only reason I'm addressing it, is because it's so great. He thought he got banned for saying it and switched accounts to say it again. We just ignored it. Okay. I would love to play my stand-up. We won't have time for it, but please watch my fake stand-up where I'm making fun of stand-ups because I hate stand-up.
Vegas can get rich from Jesus failing. No, but I'm real controversial. Like, I love conspiracy theories and thinking about Jesus and stuff, but like the moon landing, flat earth. Did Michael Jackson really rape those kids? Yes. But for my intense research, because I am like a professional conspiracy theorist, I learned that when we actually went to the moon, we didn't have a bathroom. Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, they had a device that they could urinate and defecate in. And they just pooped in their pants, basically. And I was upset because that's not the American way. You know, the American way is we should have shot a space toilet up there, taken a big space dump. So when the aliens find it, the first thing they do is play with our poop. That's the ultimate troll, guys.
Whoa! Oh, that's the ultimate troll. No wonder Alex is King Troll. He's been playing with his poop this whole time.
First thing they do is play with our poop. That's the ultimate troll, guys. And now with Space Force, Trump is going to shit all over the moon. And the aliens are probably going to put it in their mouth. And that's disgusting. But the one alien that does that and they figure out what it was is going to be like, oh my God, he's going to be so embarrassed. So, fuck the aliens. Play with my poop. I'm Alex Stein. Thank you guys very much.
All right, you're welcome. It's over. There you go. Should I just leave you here inside? Are you going to clap? Are you guys clapping at home? Is everybody going? You like that? Alex Stein, everybody. Thank you so much. Okay, well, yikes, this is kind of awkward now. I mean, listen, we could watch that or we could watch Mersh's stand-up. Which would you rather watch? Legitimately, which was better? Mersh's stand-up, Alex Stein stand-up. I'm going to have to give it to Mersh. Something that I thought I'd never say. And again, that's not his first time. That's not him doing Andy Kaufman or whatever. He went up there thinking he had jokes. He had a set. He wrote that stuff down. He thought about it. I know he wrote it down because I've seen him go up with written stuff before. You either write stuff or you don't. You plan it or you don't. That's just it. So, and by the way, I've also seen him. This is not a joke. Alex, I'm starting to wonder if Alex is mentally deficient because I've seen him go up on stage, and I'm not just saying this, all right? I'm not trying to be mean. I'm actually concerned that he may be a retarded person. I've seen multiple videos where he got up in front of an audience. I'm not going to say in every way how he did this. Some of them in incredibly awkward ways. He went up as if he was doing a comedy bit and then read a poem to the audience. And the poem was not a comedy poem. It was a sincere poem, but it was written as if he was a 6-year-old attempting to write poetry. I would play it for you, but I got to save something for the Pod After Show. So we will be going to a Pod After Show, even though we're doing a huge, explosive, fucking probably 3-hour-long show, maybe longer now, episode here for free. Immediately following this, we'll be going into the Discord and going into the Pizza Fund and doing a Pod After Show where I will show you exactly what I'm talking about. In fact, one thing so cringeworthy, so bad, so awkward. I feel too bad to do it here on the free feed. As much of a goon as Alex is, I can't possibly do this publicly. It hurts me to do it, so we gotta paywall it. Podawful.pizza. This is my only job. We can't get monetized on YouTube. They don't even listen to me when it comes to being monetized on here. I'm at the point now where I think, oh, I gotta monetize my videos. They only care about monetized videos, and YouTube's like, nah. We're not even going to check your monetization stat. We're not even going to review it. They've just left me in limbo for months on this. I actually tried to monetize the channel, but forget about it. We got a website, podawful.com, podawful.pizza. You go check it out. No ads ever over there. And you get access to our bonus content. And again, Pod After Show immediately following this one in the Dregs of Society level of the Pizza Fund. Hope to see you there, where we will also, by the way, reevaluate Alex's goon status, okay? But this is not the end of the show. I got a ton more for you. We're not done yet, all right? Well, there's tons of stuff. So if you're sitting there going, Jesse, I don't want to be a part of the Pizza Fund. I don't care about that. I'm never going to pay you. I don't think you're worth it, even though I sit through every single minute of your free show. That's fine. I got lots more for you. Alex Stein, goon ranking, and one of the most painful videos I've ever seen in my life immediately after this in the Pod Author Show. Let's take a look at a little video put together. This is a compilation put together by my friend Angie's Random Edits. Now, go subscribe to Angie's Random Edits on YouTube, the best clip channel there is on YouTube. You've got to see this. This is you're getting a sneak preview here of her next video. This is going out later this week. It's called Birth of a Goon, Primetime 99, Alex Stein. And this is our trolling of Alex kind of condensed. This is him having to deal with the Pickle Man just the other night. I'm so glad that we waited to do this episode because otherwise this event may not have happened. We snuck our way into a Discord AMA for Alex Stein, and he had a very, very bad time. Thank you to Angie for putting this together. Let's take a look.
Wrap it up, Funky Fresh.
I wrapped it up. That was my question. Why are you so scared? Why are you scared of being trolled?
I'm so scared. Oh, I'm so scared of you, Jesse. Oh. Okay, you gotta. It's echoing. You gotta kick him, Lily.
Your audio is terrible. I refuse to even hear it. Don't kick me. Have a great night, you fucking bitch.
Whoa. I don't think I'm
So this is this guy, Jesse PS, has like no followers, and like that's all he tries to do is like, you know, cloud chase. And because I'm well known now, he's like trying to use me for cloud. And I trolled him and said I was going to go on a show, and I was never going to go on a show because he's a loser. And so it is what it is. He has like 10 fans, and I appreciate him, you know, trying to. I know what it's like, so I troll people, so I know what it's like what it's going through when he has no viewers and he sees me. He's jealous of me because he knows that I have a much bigger audience. I'm more well known than him. So what he does is he tries to attack people that have a bigger audience than him because he's just jealous. So I actually appreciate it. I know what it's like to be there, Jess. One day you'll get an audience, I hope.
This guy, you see that guy over there? He said I had a big, juicy Latina booty.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm a nobody, but I am a mod in his chat room. Look at this. I'm a moderator. Watch this. I'm nobody. Hide user on this channel. I'm a nobody. Oh, he saw it and got rid of it. I think I'm not a mod now. Nobody Jesse, a moderator of Alex's channel. You saw it here with your own eyes. There's my wrench.
All right, that's all the questions.
Terrified. Look, this is him getting rid of me from the chat. He's got 2 screens, and he keeps the chat on the screen up here. When he's looking up here, he's looking at the chat. So you see him looking at that chat a lot now. He used to be looking down here a lot. This is his main monitor. Ladies and gentlemen,
yes, I was, and that's why they're freaking introducing out. They're like I wasn't, like I didn't.
New goon, mad that I Alex didn't get, Stein. There is cat. Pod Awful 1. This is a disaster. Pickle. Is this live? That's all Pod Awful in the chat there now. Uh-oh. Alex, here come the pickles. I've only got 10 viewers. Here come the pickles. Now, it's around here where he starts telling people that these are bots. These are Russian bots. What are you, a lib, Alex? Uh-oh. Pickle. The pickle man cometh. The pickle man cometh.
This has all been a trick. You have been trolled.
You goddamn womanizing, raping, trolling, stupid, pickle-suited nigger.
Oh, it says Pod Awful 1. Simp on a blimp.
The pickle man tricked me again.
Oh, no. Pod Awful 1. Pickle. How did this happen? How could this possibly happen? No spine, Alex Stein. My 15, 10, 5. Did you say 10? I mean 5. I mean 6. I mean 1. I mean... Pod Awful 1, Pod Awful 1, Pod Awful 1. Oop, they're deleting them. They're deleting them. You know, it's funny how these guys can never keep straight what the number is. The number's always going down, isn't it? How much did that cost? $60? So you said it cost $50. $45? Wow. Remember how this stream began? The eyes were down here. The eyes were down here on Pod Awful. Now the eyes are up here on all the Pod Awful people. That audience he was talking about. Oh, I hope you get an audience one day.
You're a big
Here they are, Alex.
The biggest.
Why do you believe in a number of conspiracy theories despite the Snowden, right?
Okay, and now this is my favorite part. Because Angie found this as well. And this was tweeted out. If you're not following the Pod Awful fan account, Alex likes to talk about how many fans I've got. Well, we know for sure I've got at least one fan. And my fan has a Twitter account at Pod Awful Fan. This is tweeted out, and she found this. This is so great. This is from... All right, so here's obviously Alex staring at them pickles, right? And he's upset. You can see whenever he's looking up in that corner there, he's staring at that chat room. And the whole night, by the way, go watch that full thing. The full stream is an absolute worth it watch. Anybody who's seen it will tell you when we trolled Alex live during that AMA. Check it out on our YouTube channel or at podawful.com. He is staring intently at those pickles the entire time, getting angrier and angrier. This guy commenting named Hipstar touches underage persons for some reason.
Pod Awful makes me do that.
No, I don't. Pickle, Pod Awful 1. He's hating the pickles. But Angie, her beautiful nature, she remembered, and she somehow had screenshotted from my old Twitter account at Online Retard during the height of the Mr. Pickle Felts the Internet attack. My name on Twitter at Mr. Pickle, basically at that point. It says Mr. Pickle. I tweeted, I know there's confusion going on around this, but let me just clear it up. PPP and I are friends. It was all a bit. He loves me and thinks I'm funny. You can just ask him. He was in on it. I'm welcome back on Kino Casino anytime. Ashton knows I'm one of the funniest guests. And then a gif of a pickle saying, Deal with it. Now, this is where it gets good. Alex Stein, of his own volition, left a reply to that, and he said, one of the most legendary internet events of all time. Listen, he doesn't like the pickles now, but there was a time where he loved Mr. Pickle. I might have no fans. Maybe Alex is trolling me, but I'll tell you this. I've got one fan at least, and his name is Alex Stein. Much like PPP, Alex thinks I'm a legendary troll of the internet, and I'm very, very funny. Oops! Thank you so much to Angie's Random Edits, because that was such an incredible find. I've lost so much stuff with all these accounts that go down. So I love seeing the archives here get dug up, the receipts out there to make these goons pay. It's a beautiful thing. Subscribe to Angie's Random Edits. And by the way, it ain't over there, because Alex actually went back onto the Simpcast there, Lady Revenge of the Sis, female Revenge of the Sis, dressed as a pickle, copying me again. Take a look at this.
You're like a white Leo.
You look like a gay. You look like a cucumber that's been up a man's ass.
You look like a cucumber why a gay cucumber? I don't know, but he looks like a cucumber that's been up a man's ass.
That's what you look like.
Pickle Rick.
And then my wrestling partner, Ashton Whitty, says Pickle Rick, which is what she said when I was on as a pickle. So
like
there
the
you
white
go.
owl.
There she is. There's Ashton.
You look like a gay. You look like a cucumber that's been up a man's ass. That's what you look like.
And he just dances. When they say it, they call him gay, and he's just like, yeah, baby. Simp on a blimp. But it gets better. Because it only ever just gets better and better at Pod Awful. Now, here's the thing. This show's been going on a very long time. I don't know how much of this I want to do, but I actually have the first, I think this is the first, maybe it's the second reality show that Alex has ever been on. I thought we could take a little look at that and see, just get an idea of who Alex thought he was going to be before all of this. 10 years ago, when he tried his first time to become famous and failed. I thought we could take a look at. Let's just get at least a little idea of it. We can't sit through this whole thing. It's way too long, but let's look at it.
This is the Glass House, a stunning, transparent living space with no secrets.
Obviously, I've got it sped up. I don't know if there's a copyright thing going on.
That will be home for 14 unique players.
Bro! Let me slow it down a little bit. That's probably just a little too fast to bother. There we go.
$250,000 going to the winner.
You're just a little soft baby.
So there he is, ladies and gentlemen. There's Alex Stein. Okay.
$250,000 going to the winner.
You're just a little soft baby. Have some respect. No.
Well, he goes, no. I'm pretty sure after that stream the other night with all the pickles, he went, no.
Oh. You decide their every move.
America, should I turn into the most epic villain in the history of reality TV?
So this was his whole thing. He thought he was going to become the most epic villain in the history of reality TV. He thought, if you don't know anything about reality television, I have a little bit of memory of this. My parents used to watch reality shows, and I'd be sitting there with them way back in the day. Like, I'm talking when Survivor first came out, American Idol, all that kind of stuff, like 1999. I'm in high school. And there was this guy on, it was Survivor. I think it was like the second season of Survivor. My parents loved that show. They called him Johnny Fairplay. And it's like this ironic name, And he became famous because he became the greatest villain of reality shows of all time. And you want to talk about where do you get your ideas? Who's your inspiration? Who are you trying to be? Well, before it was Andy Kaufman out of nowhere, Alex just decided that it was Johnny Fairplay. Alex thought he was going to go on here and be this master manipulator, that he'd watched all of these different reality shows and he knew exactly how to be that nasty guy that gets away with everything. Now, this Johnny Fairplay guy, he played everyone on the show and he played the audience. What Alex didn't realize is he should have learned from Andy Kaufman a little sooner that the joke is sometimes on the audience too. Here's the problem with the commentators, let's call them, of the internet. People that do stuff like what I do, people like Alex, people like Moise. And what turns a lot of them into lolcows, it's this little thing. It's and comedians too, by the way. It's this little thing. There's usually two types of guy. All right. There's the guys that want you to laugh with them. And there's the guys who don't care if you laugh with them or at them. That one is the lolcow. That one is always the one that is the lolcow. But there is a third option. Nobody likes this third option. This third option, it's too confusing for people. They want good and they want evil. They want a dichotomy. Nobody likes a third path. It's too much. People hate real choice. They want the illusion of choice. I don't care if you're laughing with me. I don't care if you're laughing at me. I'm in it to laugh at you. That's the difference. Alex Stein does not understand that. The king of trolls doesn't understand it. He's dying for you to laugh with him, but you're just laughing at him, and he'll take that too. Always, 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 the joke should be on everyone else. Alex didn't learn that. He didn't learn that Johnny Fairplay was not playing fair. I believe what happened on Survivor is Johnny Fairplay made up this story. And this is crazy. Like, you would have to be a sick guy to make something up like this. He made up the story of like his mom having cancer. And the reason he should win the $1 million from Survivor is he was going to use it to pay for her medical bills. And it worked. Like, people kept voting him through on the island because they believed him. Now, who on earth would lie about a dying relative? Oh, just Alex Stein's hero, Johnny Fairplay.
It's the show they didn't want you to see.
Well, it's going to keep coming.
Let's get weird right about now.
And of course, they look at Alex like you see a lot of Alex clips in here. So it seems like he's going to be the standout. He's going to be the big star of this one. There's always one or two that really stand out, and they use a lot of clips from because they know these are the people who are going to generate buzz. They're going to generate discussion about the show. It didn't go that way. Alex spoke to the producers behind the scenes. I happen to know this. And he said to them, do you think it'd be a good idea for me to like be the villain of the show? I'm kind of a wheeler and dealer, I'm primetime 99. He's always been like that. Those things he says, he's been saying since at least high school. He might have been coming out of the womb saying these stupid things. You're a baby back bitch. Here's his things. Baby back bitch, pimp on a blimp, plant-based pimp, primetime 99. I think 99 was his jersey for football in high school or something like that. I don't know. So at least since high school, he's been saying all this stuff. He's a used car salesman. His dad taught him the moves here. He's a bail bondsman. He knows how to sweet talk people. He's been on tons of these shows. He says to the producers, basically, I want to be the star. How about I be the villain? And they say, yes, go for it. And part of this thing is there was a lot of interaction with the audience during this show, The Glass House. So they act like he puts it to the audience like, do you guys want me to become the villain of this show?
It's your show. And now it's time to meet your players.
Hello.
And look, first guy up, Alex Stein, ladies and gentlemen. That's how you know. Listen, charisma-wise, absolutely, this is the guy you want. Charisma in a reality show, this is your dude. King of reality. I mean, king of third string forgettable reality shows, maybe. The biggest villain on reality TV shows that you don't remember and never talked about, never watched to begin with, absolutely. But this is the guy you want. I'll give him that.
My name's Primetime 99, Alex Stein. Woo!
There you go. And it says he's a bail bondsman at the bottom of the screen.
Let's check this bad boy out.
Crazy.
Oh my gosh. And nobody in this house is going to do what I do because I got no shame and I got no fear. Can you believe it?
No shame. See, you can laugh with me or you can laugh at me. I don't care.
That we're in the house.
He tells you that. They always tell you that. Mersh will tell you that. Any lol cow, any goon will say, I don't care if you're laughing with me or laughing at me, as long as you're laughing. How many times have you heard that? And when you hear a guy say that, you go, really? You don't care if people just think you're a complete doofus? They're just laughing at you? That's like what most people don't ever want to happen. Are you sure?
Are we living together now?
You have the option. You could just not be weird and gay.
This is insane.
I'm your new roommate, Andrea?
This is insane.
Hi, I'm Andrea, and I'm 31 years old. And I'm Mormon.
Oh, I love the colors.
I'm just a mom, and I'm here trying to play this game for my family, but this is definitely pushing me way outside of my comfort zone right now.
We've got visitors.
Yes.
Hi, my name is Ashley. I'm 30 years old. I'm a paralegal. I'm from New Orleans. I'm not going to be fake. I'm not going to be talking behind people's backs. I'm real. Oh, my God.
Welcome to the Glass House. My name is Apollo Poetry.
Yeah, and Apollo Poetry. Hang on a second. We might have a new goon on our hands. I'm hearing chirps all of a sudden. We might have to refocus this episode.
I am 28 years old. I really believe mind over matter. I believe in the...
Hey, guys, I'm Apollo Poetry. I'm a poet. Oh, your last name's Poetry. Well, isn't that convenient? It's like naming your kid Jeeves. He's going to be a butler.
Law of attraction.
It's like naming your kid Ethan. He's going to eat shit.
And I believe in just delivering as much passion as you can.
I apologize to all the Ethans out there,
That's really my strategy. Wow, the house is made of glass. I would have never guessed.
All right, let's skip ahead here. I don't know where. I don't know what's going on in this stupid show or whatever. But at a certain point, Alex asked the audience, should I become the biggest villain ever? And they go, yes. Oh my God, look. So here he is wearing these douche sunglasses. He's got his shirt open so you see his chest. He's the last guy to ever wear puka shells and he's got on Mardi Gras beads.
The party game was my favorite thing, the kiss and blow. Hey, I get to kiss and blow with Joy, who is
You know, I feel like he's liking the blowing more than the kissing.
a fox. It's always a dream to put my lips on Joy's lips. But way cooler than that was Mike, who's a straight man.
So he just talked about how, like, this girl's hot, basically. Remember that girl, okay? She's going to come up again at the end of this.
And Jeffrey, who's an openly gay male, kissing each other with a card in between it. I've never seen a 48-year-old man kiss a 300-pound gay man like that, and it was probably the greatest thing I've seen in the glass house.
Really? That was the greatest. So you got all these ladies wearing skimpy bikinis, and the greatest thing you saw was two dudes making out.
Glass house
All
and
right.
all our new friends and sushi.
Oh man, they found Apollo Poetry's YouTube in chat. We can't. I don't have the time. I just can't do it. Yeah, he's got Steven Crowder energy. Let's skip ahead again here and see. I don't know when he starts to turn villain, but he does not do it correctly. Let's just say that. He goes full steam ahead. Again, Johnny, it's the difference between actually tricking people and tricking people. Johnny Fairplay trolled the contestants and trolled the audience into believing his lie. Alex Stein says, "Do you want me to be the villain?" And people go, "Okay, I guess." And then he just full bore starts calling everyone fat and ugly. And of course, everyone now hates him.
Of the week. So sad. Soon the House will vote on which of your teammates will be joining you.
We totally crumbled.
I'm just going to random spots.
We did the
I don't
complete
know.
opposite of what I thought we were going to do. First week, I'm in.
So there's Alex. They're doing competitions.
Kidding me? You kidding me?
Listen, me too.
I am definitely bummed about going to limbo because I really think they're going to throw Alex in there with me, and then it's just going to be a toss-up. We're really the only two athletic guys.
Holly, you can't vote me. You promise me you're not gonna vote me? I promise I'm not gonna vote. And I'm honestly worried because there's a good chance that they're gonna try to take me out. I mean, I'm primetime 99 Alex Stein. Think you're gonna vote for me, Mike?
I know I've got it in fast motion, but it would sound like that anyway. So he's even doing that thing from Survivor where they go to each other, like, I don't vote, I won't vote. Oh, okay, yeah. And you know, they're lying and all this. It's like, come on, dude.
Excuse me?
Do you think you're gonna vote for me?
I'm not going to even answer that question. Alex is completely overplaying his hand. The challenge just ended, and literally, he was campaigning within seconds. This moron, he doesn't even get it.
When are you gonna do your card trick?
You guys want to do that now? It's a little soon, man.
A little soon.
We don't know when we're going to vote. Like, it could be a few days from now.
But if you pick me on that card thing, then I would have to vote for you.
When I see a perp that acts like that, I see somebody who knows that their days are probably numbered and they're heading to the Hooskow. Now, this isn't going to be the Hooskow. This is going to be limbo.
I need a spanking right now.
So limbo, they call it like when they send you, you get voted off on the show, they call it sending you to limbo because you have the chance to come back on the show after.
Give it to me.
That's the girl that he just said was hot, that he likes, that short one in the orange there.
What? Because I need a spanking right now. Someone needs to give it to me.
Because she's got tit implants, I guess. She's hot. That's all it takes. Just don't be fat and have tit implants. Alex is on your side.
I've been a bad girl.
Actually, to be honest, I think Alex has a fetish for big women. I don't mean fat. I mean large and muscular. I think he has like a crushing thing.
Total info.
Spread that
I
around.
was that transparent.
I have a European attitude towards things. I was for Playboy, and I think that a part of who we are as women, as men, we're sexual creatures.
Like what?
What? Ooh, work that. Too much stuff on that. Yeah,
I like
right.
that. You can do that again. I like it. Do it again.
You like it. You're like all about like the butt smacking. We are about the butt smacking, aren't we?
Handcuffing.
And what?
Hair pulling.
If you haven't noticed, Joy is in.
Oh, God. So this girl is basically no wonder Alex likes this one. It ain't the tit implants. She's female Alex Stein. She's vying for that attention here. So desperate for it.
Oh. She is not a black or white girl. She is a.
I like being spanked and having my hair pulled. Oh, so you're female? Oh, really? Oh, you've got dad issues? Oh, sorry.
Shades of gray, girl.
I'm gonna let loose. I'm gonna cut loose.
Dude, really though, I think it'd be really funny if you guys both put on my bathing suits.
We need to play a game where we switch underwear.
I would really like to see you in one of my thongs.
Go give me one of your thongs. I'll walk on past.
Let's get the game started.
Get the thong. I came here
So immediately Alex is desperate to wear women's underwear.
to to be Primetime 99 Alex Stein, and I am gonna just do my thing. I didn't just come here to sit in a hot tub and just whisper about who I'm gonna vote off each week. I came here to make things
I did not even know this happened in the episode. This is embarrassing.
Interesting and shake things up. You think America will like these shorts?
Again, he doesn't care if you laugh with him or at him. It's not. Yeah. You've heard me say this before. You don't ever want to be the stunt boy. You shouldn't be doing stunts. You can go out and do funny things. That doesn't mean like he can't go out and do those city council things, but some of them are beyond the pale. There's a certain line where when you cross it, the joke is no longer on everyone else. It's on you.
I'll put on a thong and I'll prance around the house. Without me, this is gonna be.
That's not even a thong. Those are granny panties. I think the producers of the show must have gone, we will have to just blur everything. So you can either wear these that we got. We just went out and bought these for you, or just do nothing.
It'll be a boring place.
Like, this is fake. This is obviously the falseness of reality TV.
Right behind you, Andrea. Your husband would be so. This is probably the most naked.
They're blurring his dong. Now, a minute ago, they weren't blurring it. But now they're blurring it. He's pretending to hump behind a girl.
Right behind you, Andrew.
The only reason to blur that spot, even though he's fully clothed, is this. He's hard. But you don't see anything poking too far. The blur is kind of small, which means his penis is sticking straight out and you can't really see it all too much. Now, I'm not making any claims here, but we're looking at it. I mean, what can I say? You're looking right at. You tell me. What do you think? Wouldn't there be a little bit more pixelation if it was just an average?
Yeah, your husband would be so. This is probably the most.
It looks like he's got not so schlong COVID.
Naked man you've seen in a long time. I feel like Andrew's blushing a little. High five, Jeffrey.
Over what? Whoa. Whoa.
Well, he like got right behind me.
Oh, yeah.
Like, and started like bringing my husband into it. I'm like, believe me.
He immediately high-fived the gay guy.
It's wildly inappropriate.
Kevin is a little baby back bitch. I mean, it's 2012. People need to loosen up a little bit. He's such a square.
Baby back
Have some respect. There's married women in here. Don't be so inappropriate.
He's still saying that.
Gosh,
like a 7-year-old.
Kevin.
Fortunately, we're not gonna have to worry about it long. I'm confident of that.
Oh, Kevin, the cop. You're really heated about that.
Don't.
I'm just saying.
Trust me. Oh, this is a great theory. They're saying that they think he has camel toe going on. That's why they're having to blur it. That might be true. Some camel toe. So this is in the era of like shows going, oh, Twitter's a thing. We need to involve Twitter a lot. That's why there's so much interaction with the audience on this. So you see there's tweets on there. They're talking about Alex. Looks like at TGH Alex, the Glass House Alex, is going to tear it up on hashtag the Glass House. So they're really trying to build him up to be the guy.
Trust me. Relax. You have no respect for anybody in this house, or yourself for that matter. I mean, you're the one just putting it out here in women's underwear. You want to be funny, you want to be the center of attention, that's one thing. But do not go around disrespecting other people, especially the women in the house. Crazy inappropriate things to a married woman with 3 kids.
I mean, I can tell you obviously don't like me very much.
That's obvious.
Alex, give you guys some space.
Get in the hot tub and cool off.
So he gets in the guy's face. Ooh. Rich kid. This is rich kid energy.
You have said some crazy inappropriate things to a married woman with 3 kids.
I mean, I can tell you obviously don't like me very much.
That's obvious.
Alex, give you guys some space.
We'll get in the hot tub and cool off.
I mean, I'm just
let him
curious.
be. He's like a child. It's not what you're doing to me. It's what you're doing to yourself. The other people in this house.
Oh, you are so calm. I love you, Kevin.
You think that's the first time that's happened to me?
Are you that upset, Andrea? Kevin's pissed off.
To be perfectly fair, it is a little disrespectful to be doing public thrusts at me when I'm married. You walking out in your underwear and doing a little dance, that's you having fun. But more power to you, you know? Just don't force it on other people.
I didn't mean to disrespect you. I'm sorry. I'm just joking around. I just can't believe Kevin got so. He was way more mad than you are. Well, these people can't handle anything. Ashley is so boring. On Apollo's being such a little baby back bitch.
Baby back bitch again in the same. I mean, you already said that.
Joy's always used her huge to get her whatever she wants in life. Everybody in this house sucks besides you, dude.
So this isn't even like the worst. Like there are parts where he's just straight up calling the girls fat and stuff. Let's see. But you can see they're making him the star of the show. This is going his way.
But it's like a lot of like strippers and prostitutes. Their parents are always like priests.
Now that girl is a stripper, obviously, the girl with the implants, and he's talking bad about strippers.
My strategy in this game is to be the most entertaining reality TV show character in the history of the world. And by doing that, I'm gonna piss these people off.
Kevin, you know what I don't get? That yesterday you apologized to Jacob for calling me out, but you never apologized to me about it.
Do you want to have a talk?
No, I don't want to. I mean, you're a dork. You're just a loser cop.
Do you know what, Alex?
Man, we were just all getting along, dude.
No, I'm just saying, Kevin, you're just a D-bag.
Alex, you're a loser.
Joy, I could care less what you think. You can't even keep a husband or get married, so.
But you know what?
So this is the girl that at the beginning of the show, she was hot and he wanted her and he's trying all this, and now she's a loser. She's a stripper. She can't get a husband. She can't get a guy.
Okay.
I could care less what you think.
Dude, please, America, don't freaking send that douchebag back in here because I can't deal with it.
Is it not bad if you're Mormon to go on a reality TV show? Like people in your church? I'm just saying, you're gonna have to lie to somebody in this house. I mean, lying's bad. Isn't it saying the Bible not to lie?
He's taking over.
Sometimes you have to do deception.
This is not the method. The villain isn't supposed to have the most screen time. You know, you cut back to the villain from the heroes. That he being on constantly is going to turn people off to you.
You have to deceive.
So the game's an excuse that you can do whatever you want.
I don't consider it to be like, I'm a liar.
Do you think it's bad that you shared a bedroom with Kevin? Like, is that not morally bad? I don't know. I mean, I'm just asking. You wouldn't want a girl sleeping on your husband's floor right now.
I don't know why I let that guy get to me.
He's literally just going, he's like doing the rounds. He's the milkman right now. Just he's delivering villain hatred.
I'm gonna push your buttons. I'm gonna make him cry.
It's like so transparent. You can't tell the audience, hi, I'm the villain, and then go, okay, here I go. I'm just doing my villain rounds. Mean to you. It feels phony. The fact that they're even actually getting mad at him is kind of retarded.
Because they're all mentally weak. So I'm gonna bring the heat every single second in the house.
Alex, could you just do me a favor? Can you please just give me some space right now?
I live in this house too, so I can go wherever I want.
You're being a jerk right now. You're showing your true colors. You're gonna be so embarrassed when you see how you act.
This feels like wrestling, and he's a heel, as in he's gay and wears high heels. Okay, thank God that didn't stay. That was a joke on wrestling. I was going to be very upset at you for saying that.
You have no class, and you have very poor character.
Class. You came on a reality show. You show your for a living, so you have so much class.
You have no character. No, look, I can handle myself. You have no character.
Okay, I have no character. I'm the only character on this show.
Yeah, kinda. What he doesn't get is that snakes are only effective when they aren't seen. If a snake was just walking around biting people all willy-nilly, he'd get dealt with at the soonest opportunity. I gotta be honest, if I saw a snake walking, I'd be terrified. I'd be out of there. You'd never see me again.
You're gonna be so embarrassed.
Just like you showed your...
All right, so let's skip ahead to the end. When they start voting people off, what happens with Alex? That's got to be what everybody's wondering. I don't know how the voting off thing works. They're sending people to limbo.
There's no question in my mind what I'm going to do. My vote is Alex all the way, 100%, no question. It was very gratifying to be able to slide the screen over to Alex's obnoxious face and cast my vote for him. This is not the Alex show. This is the Glass House.
What? She did finger guns. They all got their own signature move to kick Alex out? Well, we don't know that they're kicking him out yet, I guess. Oh, no, that guy kicked out Ashley. Oh, this guy's an archer. Really? A black archer? This one got rid of Erica. I don't know who Erica is. Again, Alex is right. He's the only character on the show. This looks like it might be Alex. Oh, yeah, all right. So here's Alex. Who's he get rid of? So Alex, the wrestling guy's move is to do the suck it, cross chop, crotch chop. Whatever you call that. I don't know. Degeneration X. He did the suck it to them like it's middle school. He's still in middle.
Voting for Alex is the easiest decision that I have had to make in a very long time.
And so, yeah, his girlfriend at the beginning of the show now hates him and is getting rid of him. They're all voting off. They're not showing it a lot. Seems like a lot of people are mad at the same person. There's Alex again. I don't know what the fuck that was supposed to be. gonna give it to you. He's gonna give it to you. X gonna give it to you. First we're gonna, right, here we go.
The House has reached a decision.
All right, here we go.
It's
Alex looking very confident.
overwhelmingly for
It's overwhelmingly for Apollo poetry? Oh. All but 3 people, which includes Alex, vote for Alex. Okay.
Alex, Jacob, and Alex.
Jacob only got 2 votes. Alex got like 20.
Please proceed to limbo.
Now, this is the craziest part of the show, is going to limbo. They literally lower you into a tube in the floor.
Erica, keep eating some more, you fat cow.
Erica, keep eating some more, you fat cow.
Proceed to limbo.
Ladies first.
See you guys. Hey, Erica, keep eating some more, you fat cow.
Hey.
So on his way out, he has the chance to come back. That's why it's limbo. In a future episode, he could come back, and he still doesn't get it. He doesn't get that he got voted out because he's doing this.
Hey, you are a terrible person.
I'm coming back after all you guys.
You are a terrible person.
You
First episode, 1 episode in, he's out.
are a stripper.
And then he says to the girl that he thought was hot at the beginning, you're a stripper.
Have fun crying yourself to sleep tonight.
I'll see you guys really soon.
I'm definitely worried about going to limbo against Alex. He's probably gonna win.
I'm coming back.
No, you're not.
Hey, chin up, Jacob. You're coming back, bro.
So they lower them into the floor for cold storage, and they'll never be seen again until 2022.
Minutes after leaving the glass house, Jacob decided to quit the game.
So the other guy who got voted out just left. Only 2 people voted for him, and he's like, fuck it, I want to go home. Which, of course, puts Alex in a better position.
But Alex's fate still remains in your hands.
You told me you wanted me to be the most epic villain of all time. I did something for you. Now I need you guys to do something for me.
So now he needs America to vote him back in. Now, I don't have the footage of it, but I have seen it. What happens? Does America vote him back in? Well, the time comes to see who comes back from limbo. 2 people rise up from the floor, and of course, Alex is there, and he's looking at him. He's going, I got you, bitches. Here I come. They're like, Alex. And he rises up, and he's doing the primetime 99. He's chewing on a pen. He's being the penguin to him. And then all of a sudden they go, never mind. And they just immediately start lowering him back into the floor. And America hated Alex. Ladies and gentlemen, America has voted Alex Stein is a goon. Too loud. People hate the Miami Sound Machine, but that's fine. All right, so let's wrap this one up, and then we'll go into the pod after show where we will re-rank Alex, or maybe we'll discuss the ranking of Alex Stein in the greater goon ranking list. And we will also cover the most horrible Alex Stein video I've ever seen in my entire life. Again, I cannot do it outside of the paywall. I'm sorry. Join the Pizza Fund, podawful.pizza. I want to show you one other thing. This is just something I was digging through his YouTube channel, and I found this, and it's very creepy. Now, again, his show is called Conspiracy Castle. He openly admits to being a conspiracy theorist. He went to Comet Ping Pong. He drank the adrenalized blood of children. He claims to be against the globalists and the pedophile elites out there, and yet he had this very strange video on his channel. Now, again, Alex is a reality show guy, so I thought, is he just putting this clip up? Well, you'll see. This is called Are 17-Year-Old Courtney Stodden's Double D Breasts Real?
Let's get on to the part of the body that seems to have created the most, attracted the most attention.
So this is creepy as fuck. Dr. Drew had one of these daytime doctor shows, and they bring on this girl who's apparently 17 years old. She's underage to check to see. Well, you'll see.
I have to say, I'm sure like most people that...
This is, I mean, if... What could feel more Hollywood pedophile than this?
Heard about the story. When I saw some pictures, I did suspect that maybe you did have some breast augmentation. But we have a special instrument here, an ultrasound machine, and we have a great technician
that's going to really take a look at this and confirm it.
Lisa, come on.
Now, obviously, this girl, she might be 17. She don't look it. She's like, you know, a Malibu whore. So, fine, but that doesn't, you know, she's still illegal. I mean, the title is 17-year-old Courtney Stodden.
We know. And what we're going to do is an ultrasound of Courtney's breast.
On TV. They want to make sure, hey, bitch, you better not be lying. Those tits better be real. I know you don't graduate till next year, and I know you got your period just a couple ago.
That will let us look inside the breast to see if there is anything in there of a foreign body.
Hollywood Alex Stein.
Of like somebody implant or anything. But this will settle this.
So this is on Alex's channel. This is confusing, right? It's like one of the, so I figured like, oh, he's just uploading this for views. You know, this is an old video on his channel. He took a weird thing from TV, put it online so it would get views. It's got breasts in it. It's got a famous, I think Courtney Stodden is from something. I even kind of recognize that name. I don't know what she's from, but he's just trying to get clicks. Okay.
For once and for all, Courtney.
So now she's wearing nothing but like a hospital gown. But also stripper heels for some reason. She's got nothing on underneath it. She's got her legs up in the air for the audience to see. This is all on TV.
Standing by the.
There's 3 men standing nearby for some reason. I don't know who that other guy is.
The report that you've given right along that this is.
Now they've got a woman nurse or doctor ready to do the ultrasound, but obviously that's because they must have at some point went, nobody's going to like this. Come on, we can't keep getting away with this.
These are natural breasts. Okay.
By the way, natural breasts, when you do an ultrasound, you'll see some of the breast tissue.
And ladies and gentlemen, there he is.
Pod Awful makes me do that.
Guess who was there watching this pedophilic display happen live? Primetime, got no spine, 69, Alex Stein.
And you can see them.
And he's loving it. He can't believe what he's seeing. He's like, wait a second, I'm getting paid to be in this audience? I should have paid to be in this show.
But if there's an implant, the implant is going to reflect a lot of the ultrasound off. So it will be.
And here they go, ready to open up this woman's, this young girl's titties on live television. And Alex is salivating at the choice. You know, listen. I'm a conspiracy guy. What can I say? I'm a conspiracy asshole in this conspiracy castle, and I believe in conspiracies. Obviously, I do. The last episode of the show, the one I tried to have Alex on, was all about a conspiracy. How did Minnie Manson connect to the Highland Park shooter? And we realized during that episode that maybe we had been going down the wrong rabbit hole. Maybe somebody else was more involved. Well, I think we reached the wrong conclusion. I believe in something called predictive programming. If you're into conspiracies, if you're into the New World Order, you know exactly what I'm talking about. TV, Hollywood, movies, the internet, media conspires together to tell you exactly what's going to happen before it even happens. They're laughing in your face. It's part of the humiliation ritual. It's part of the 33rd degree. It's part of what we Masons do in order to harvest your psychic thoughts. This is how we power our machines, is through your misery. We want you to know. Watch Back to the Future. You'll see. You want to talk about 99? How about 9/11? There's clues everywhere. There's clues everywhere you look. Watch Disney movies and see if you don't see clues about the Illuminati, clues about the Freemasons. Our symbols are everywhere. And they don't stop at Hollywood. At least they go as far as Hollywood Alex Stein, because I was going through some photographs. I was going through Alex Stein's old Tumblr account, and I couldn't help but notice this photo. Now, this photo, I thought it was kind of funny at first. I was like, okay, there's Alex Stein. He's taking a photo with a famous person. And then it slowly hit me exactly what I was looking at. It all comes together in this. Alex Stein in this photo is wearing a Highland Park shirt. But it gets worse than that. He's giving a thumbs up. He's telling you what is about to happen in Highland Park is a good thing. The craziest part, and this is the last part that put it all together for me, that made me realize it's predictive programming. The guy he's taking a photo with is Shooter McGavin. Thumbs up to the shooter in Highland Park. You're going to tell me conspiracies aren't real? Well, I got a bridge to sell you. Ladies and gentlemen, Alex Stein is behind it all, and he's a goon. I'm the villain of the internet. Welcome to your new hell, Alex. We now know you're part of the globalists. We now know you're behind some of the worst tragedies in America, or maybe they're false flags, but either way, we're not going to let this stand. We will be there every time. Next time you go to a city council meeting, expect Mr. Pickle to be there too. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you in the Pizza Fund for the Pod Author Show, and the next episode of the show, our Primo episode, will be on whenever it happens. Our next episode will be a premium episode, and we'll just do it whenever. I don't know when it's going to be. There's no schedule anymore. Okay? Free show, paid show until we get back on schedule. I'll see you then. Goodbye. The show is over. Why are you still here? What are you doing? Go. Get out. You found out the mystery. Go to the Pizza Fund. Podawful.pizza. Go. Have an awful day.
I'm the king of all trolls. None of these people are known, and I'm like known, you know.